PMP day, yeah. PMP day, yeah. I take over now. Run Miss Affair out of the town right now. Mark holding time now. PMP time this right now. I take over now. Run sufferation out of the town right now. Tell them we are march out now. Golden a walk out now. We tired of you misleading. We tired of you pretending. We tired of your lockdown thing. We tired of we frustrated. Caesar, you lie. You lie. Watch it. We want that change right now, so you really need to go right now. I take over now. Run Miss Affair out of the town right now. Mark holding time now. PMP time this right now. I take over now. Run sufferation out of the town right now. Tell them we are march out now. Golden a walk out now. Now is the time for we campaigning. No more Kool-Aid champagne thing. When the people's national party win, the green get big, golden win. We want that change right now. Miss Affair, please take a break right now. Jamaica need a better leader right now. No. I take over now. Run Miss Affair out of the town right now. Mark holding time now. PMP time this right now. I take over now. Run sufferation out of the town right now. Till we a march out now. Golden a walk out now. I take over now. Run Miss Affair out of the town right now. Mark holding time now. PMP time this right now. I take over now. Run sufferation out of the town right now. Tell them we a march out now. Golden a walk out now. We tired of you misleading.
Good night, everybody. How are you? How wanna do? Good night. As you come on, share up the live. Good night, TikTok. Good night, YouTube. How wanna do? How are you all? Welcome. We have a lot to discuss tonight. As you can see, we'll be joined by the mayor himself, Andrew SWABY. So as you know the drill. Y'all know the drill. Wagwan, what's up? Hey Lennis, how are you? Yes, time come. Good night. Good night, everybody. I wanna do. We have some laughing to do tonight. But I want to get the numbers a little higher first, because we have some labor right for laugh after. Before we bring on Mayor SWABY, we got to laugh. Alright? So as you come, share the live. You know the drill. Share it up, tap up the screen. Wanna know the drill. If I'm sharing my videos to bloggers, well, I haven't been making a lot of videos in recent time, but the two videos them we make today, well, the first one went viral, but we are going to talk about that. In the meantime, as you come on, beg you, share up the live. Share it up. All right? You know, the first thing I'm going to do is to remind you to contribute to Sebastian's birthday fund. That's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm collecting offering tonight for Sebastian's birthday fund. Remember, send me anything on CASHAPP. There is my CASHAPP. There is the ZELLE. If you don't have CASHAPP or ZELLE and you're on TikTok, just send me some gifts. Right? The gifts end up being money eventually. So send me some gifts. Right? So for those of you who are wondering what's going on, Sebastian's birthday is Sunday, and on Sunday he will be 14 years old. Now this will be the third year running that Sebastian doesn't have me, his mommy, for his birthday. Not only that, Sebastian does not have his brother, who is here, and his sister, who is also here. So Sebastian is in Jamaica by his lonesome, and he's very depressed already about it, because he he has realized that this is the first birthday that him not going to have neither him siblings nor him mother with him. Because normally we normally make him feel special for his birthday. So I came up with the brilliant plan of flying him to us, right? Because we're all in Florida. Not for the same reasons, for different reasons. My daughter is on tour with her dance company in Washington, and she will fly down to Florida next week. But we want him to feel special. We want him to feel special. So what I am trying to do is raise some money to buy him one of them last minute ticket there way is over 4th of July weekend, so I know how it go. The ticket them cost money. And furthermore, the issue was that he would have had to travel as an unaccompanied minor. It changes on his birthday, which is Sunday, June 30th. So I'm trying to get him a ticket for on his birthday or the day immediately after his birthday. So this is why I'm collecting. So I want to first and foremost thank everybody who donated last night. We made some progress last night, and I'm very grateful. So I'm asking for more donations. Anything you can give, remember it's the ZELLE is there, the CASHAPP is there, and TikTok is there. All right. So yeah, that is that. So we have some more things to talk about now. I will be reminding you from time to time about the offering, right? Because we're calling it the offering. But we have some other things to discuss, comrades. We got some stuff to discuss, and we're discussing these things before. Comrade SWABY comes on the live tonight. I need to share this link with his handlers. Let me share the link. There we go. All right. So, earlier, comrades, I did a video earlier. Wait, no, that's not it. Yes, that is it. I did a video earlier, comrades, speaking about the fact that YouTube removed my entire live yesterday, right? Make I find it over here for one on. Yeah, so I made a video about the fact that YouTube removed my entire live. Yes, they did, right? From yesterday. Don't worry, I am not perturbed by it because my live is on backup. You know that I can access it from TikTok. It's not the first time something like this is happening, and I can manage, right? So they removed it, and they cited a violation that I shared medical misinformation. I want to share this over TikTok to say that I can see it. TikTok, give me a minute, let me share it. Not TikTok, I mean, sorry, YouTube. Give me a minute, let me share it. No, listen to it. Yes, YouTube, you're quite right, does not like the truth with, but I mentioned in my video too that I heard on ABC News shortly after I get the email from TikTok. Well, it came last night, but I saw it this morning. I saw the news where they said that the Supreme Court has ruled in favor of the White House. Say they can contact social media companies to remove misinformation, and they listed medical misinformation, political misinformation, whatever. You understand? Them go through one list all sort of something. So I was like, oh, no wonder. But so I do my video, and the video gone. Since evening now, Missy comrades start message me and call me. All labor right them have it say is because I talk things about Christopher Tufton. Why? Let me show now. It was somebody actually took it and made a video about it actually. Blogger 3-hour video removed. That's what it say. Because she spoke on Tufton. Me say. The Labour right of it say is because I spoke about Tufton. When you're hearing me, they're saying that it's because I spoke about Christopher Tufton why YouTube removed my video. Let me repeat what I say. The Labour rights are saying that it's because I spoke about Christopher Tufton why they removed my video. First and foremost, Christopher Tufton don't have that kind of power. That's number one. Number two, those of you who were on the live last night know that I read. Good evening, everybody. I don't even pick up the YouTube crew. Big up yourself, you know, YouTube. Most of you who were on the live last night would have been aware that I read an article by Dr. Michael Abrams, and in that article there was a lot of information about the C disease and the P during the whole Juke period, right? So YouTube was very specific. When I came on to set up my live a while ago, they actually sent me, right, this one. I can't read it, but I can read it. Right? Let me inform the idiot them. Because I can understand how one set of people can done so. So it's because I take the picture of the computer screen why it stays so. But this is what they said. They were very specific. They told me the exact time that I made the violation. They sent me a nice little video showing me where the violation was made. And it had to do with a part of the article that I read about when Tufton say, oh, the joke was 100% effective, and I don't know what I was talking about. All right. So basically, they outlined exactly why it was removed. But no, what the Labour right them say, Tufton caused it. It's because I spoke badly about Tufton. So they removed the video because Tufton have all the power, and it's because of Tufton why the video got removed. Content that poses a serious risk of egregious harm to spread medical misinformation about currently administered vaccines that are approved and confirmed to be safe and effective by local authorities. It is there. It is all there. That's what this thing says. That's what it says. That's what it actually says. So for these idiots who are walking around spreading lies about why my video was removed, this is the reason. And as I say, a lot of the information that I had on it last night, I have access to the entire video. It is on TikTok. When you do a TikTok live, TikTok save the video for 1 month. So I have it. So all I have to do is download it and repost it back. But I'm gonna clip out the interviews that I did with Comrade Wellington, Comrade Miranda Wellington, as well as Comrade Kijana Johnson, and I'm going to put them up. Alright, when we get some time. Kamla, I didn't see nothing from you. Well, so that's what we're gonna do. So I just wanted to put that out there because you see, this is some of the fake news that Andrew should be talking about. This is some of the fake news that Andrew should be talking about. But while we're on the topic of Tufton, if I laugh today, see, if I laugh today, I pop right up in half. Come, we could talk about Tufton now. Good. So today, Tufton had a press briefing, apparently. And this was Dr. Tufton, Minister Tufton, going into the briefing. You know, comrades, by profession and training, I am a physiotherapist. And that me go to school for. That, oh, it was the post cabinet, right? The post cabinet press briefing. Thanks, Comrade Debbie. Yeah, man, I always line love life, always line and line. So when you're spelling lying, it's Lying. It's not Lieing. All right. So before you come to my platform with your don't self, learn to spell. It is my pet. People who can't spell is my greatest pet peeve. Me hate idiot. So run along now, termite. I see that my what you call them, moderators are not here as yet. All right. Now, comrades, again, tap up the screen, share up the live, right? Because these termites are out. Them out and running. Thank you, Richie. I see that you're on. Block them, man. We don't have no time for no termites. See the live start glitch. It start glitch on my end. Is it glitching on your end over there on TikTok? Let me know. It just was glitching on my end. You can know when them start attack it. You know what to do. The gifts. Okay. Alright. Thanks. The gifts and the taps. The taps and the roses. Alright. Now, I'm going to put on my professional. I'm going to put on my professional cap now. And I'm going to look at this picture and I'm going to analyze it. I'm sorry I don't have my specs, my reading glasses. But we're going to analyze this picture. Because I don't know who this man is looking sympathy from. So, Dr. Tufton, when he initially was injured, stated that he suffered from a broken wrist. So I'm looking at these pictures now of Dr. Tufton with his broken wrist, no less, in elbow crutches. So he has a left broken quote unquote wrist and an injury to his right leg. All right. So he has an orthopedic device, removable splint on his left, right leg. Okay. Share up the live, comrades. Share up the live. So his wrist now, I am saying to myself, as a trained physiotherapist, that I go school for. My master's is in sports medicine, as most of you already know. When I see all of this, it just look wrong. It is wrong. It's wrong. So for him to go to post-cabinet press briefing with all of this drama, with a cast on his left and with an elbow crutch, which don't make no... This was not done by a medical professional. There is no medical professional that would give him elbow crutches with a cast on his wrist. Because if anybody understands how casts work, if you break your wrist, you're not going to want to put pressure on it. That's just common sense. And any medical professional, he was not given these devices by a medical professional. Right? No, it's just anybody who have any sort of training can look at this and tell you that this don't make no sense. So the sympathy, yeah, him could have just sit out the post cabinet. Because everybody's supposed to know by now, say, him not well. Right? Quote unquote. Not true. Everybody's supposed to know that. So Dr. Tufton, I don't know who you're looking sympathy from. But there are many, many more issues that we put our sympathy to. Issues like people lying down on cardboard boxes on the ground in hospital, where there are so many pathogens Imagine how many sick people go to hospital for treatment. Only think about it, you know. Imagine how many sick people go to hospitals for treatment. And yet, so much pathogens all over the place, everywhere at the hospital them, and people have to be lying down on the floor with all of the germs. People with contagious illnesses. We call these nosocomial infections when you go to the hospital and you acquire an illness, an infection, nosocomial infection. And people have to be lying down, catching anywhere, while Dr. Tufton reminds us that he was comfortably in bed for his broken quote unquote wrist. Karen, it depends. Number one, it depends on where the ligament is stored in your arm, in your hand. Also, you say wrist, your wrist, and you have to wear a sling. The bottom line is, if you have any injury to your forearm, your wrist forearm area, we don't put pressure on it. When you are in an elbow crutch, you are putting pressure. The elbow crutch clasp you right here, so, and you're bearing weight on it. So just look at the image. You're bearing weight through the same wrist. Remember the man saying wrist injured, you know. So how is he weight bearing through? The wrist is bearing the weight of that should have been on the left leg, on the right leg. So the broken wrist is bearing the weight that should have been distributed through the right leg, which is not broken. From him have that on it, that mean him tear either ligament or muscle. I don't know who this man trying to fool, but it's not me. It's not me. No medical professional would have given him elbow crutches with a broken wrist, because him same wrist did broke. On the following, when I said the logic, him logic not logicking. And him just making himself look disingenuous. Well, everybody in the world knows him disingenuous already. Everybody knows that he is disingenuous. You following me? Anyway, we're preparing now to have Mayor SBE on the live. Alright, he'll be on in approximately 7 minutes. But we just had to point out the glaring, what you call them now, the glaring inconsistencies in my professional injury. Let me put my disclaimer out there that I've never treated Dr. Tufton. He has never been a patient of mine. But the optics is all wrong. You know, like when Pickney, look into illicit sympathy and they do something. You know, in my profession, we have a lot of people who meet in accidents, and we call it compensationitis. When they meet in accidents and they want to exaggerate their injuries, well, this is how they present. They present exactly how Christopher Tufton is presenting, like a patient who want to exaggerate them injuries. But most of the time, these people exaggerate them injuries because they're trying to get money. Dr. Tufton is exaggerating his symptoms, in my opinion, in injuries to try and get sympathy. Why does he need sympathy? Because he's under pressure. He's under immense pressure. And you know, there is something else that I needed to share before I go to the mayor. Comrades, tap up the screen. Me at 10,000. Me can't believe it's just 10,000 me reach. Come, comrades, share up for me. Tap up the screen. Me not see some of my people there. Lenny Shim is saying nothing never happened to him. Wagwan Doreen, nothing never happened to him. Him have an helmet and big plaster pan fire. The plaster come off in 2 days. Right? The plaster was off in no time. Wagwan Northstar. It was off in no time. Kathleen Mary is saying his arm should be in a sling. Not necessarily. Not all wrist injuries need to be sling. They need to be splinted, but you cannot weight bear You cannot weight bear on a broken wrist. That's impossible. If you have a wrist fracture, there is no way you can weight bear on it. And if you are using an elbow crutch, you are weight bearing on the wrist. You are transferring the weight that should have been on the leg to the wrist. Right? Big up yourself in a Dennis. I see you. Comrade Dennis Meadows. Walk on. So, me don't know him a try fool. Thank you, OG, because him did have this big plaster on him forehead, but no scar. Him take with a idiot. The man take with a big idiot. He takes Jamaican people for idiots. That's the bottom line. But he was very quick though, comrades, to rebuff the resignation calls, because of course, you know, the opposition has been calling for him to resign. He was very, this is why he came to the post-cabinet briefing, because he wanted to rebuff the opposition. But it's not just the opposition calling for him resignation. Look how many people calling for Christopher Tufton resignation. Comrades on TikTok, share up the live, please. Wagwan Patel, share up the live. Share up the live. I'm going to take a minute to share it too. Share up the live. Tap up the screen. They are reporting the live. Share up the live. Share up the live. Take a minute to share the live, because when Comrade SWABY come on, I want a big crowd for him. I want a big crowd for Comrade SWABY. So I'm going to share up the live. Alright? I'm going to share it again. Tap up the screen, share up the live. Let us get the numbers up so that we have a nice little crowd for Comrade SWABY when him come on. He will be on in approximately 3 minutes. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. They're taking down your show because you're hitting. No, that's not why they took it down. That's not why. That's not why, my love. They took it down because I read as I was saying earlier, I read Dr. Michael Abrams' article, and him they talk about a joke in the article. It has nothing at all to do with the government. Nothing. Okay, Stella? It has absolutely, don't make them fool you. Alright? It's not about them. It's about social media. Big up Bujo. It's about social media and their joke policy. Alright? And when the article that I read yesterday by Dr. Abrams mentioned about Tufton's lying, read a joke. You understand? Giving the impression that I was anti-joke. Well, I am, but it gave the impression that I was talking against it at that time, which I wasn't. It had nothing to do with that. All right. So, let me just share my live again, because I said to you, know. Why is this thing coming up? The thumbnail wrong. The thumbnail is wrong. But yes, as I'm saying, in about a minute we'll be joined by Comrade SWABY. All right. His worship, the Mayor, Comrade Andrew SWABY. But before that, once again, let me take the opportunity to ask you for your contributions towards my charity. Want to know my charity by now? Sebastian's birthday fund. If you cannot, please, if you have CASHAPP, contribute by CASHAPP. If you have ZELLE, contribute by ZELLE. If you don't have CASHAPP nor ZELLE, give TikTok gifts are welcome. Would just give me some gifts. Alright? Make we get this done. Thank you to those who contributed last night. I'm looking forward to more contributions tonight. Alright, let me see now if we can get Comrade SWABY on. Let me just message his handler that I'm ready. Just give me a minute, let me handle it. Ready. And let me message him too. I'm just messaging him to make him know so we're ready for him. All right, here we go. Here we go. Waiting for the mayor to join. All right. I sent the invitation, so accept it now and then you'll come up. I'm seeing you on. All right, here we go. Comrade Mayor Andrew SWABY, welcome.
Hey Kamala, how are you?
I am fine. All right, comrade. So I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome to the altar on Politics Church Nightly His Worship Councillor Andrew SWABY, Mayor of the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. Welcome, Mayor. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. I will tell you that I'm a Pentecostal and apostolic, so I go to the altar regularly when I'm going to church.
Okay.
It's a regular thing for me.
There you go. Well, you're in the Politics Church now, so. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So, Mayor SWABY, I recently saw that you have celebrated, last week you celebrated 100 days in office. And you know, a lot of fanfare was made about that. Congratulations, by the way. I haven't properly congratulated you, you know. The last time I saw you in person was on election day itself.
That's true. Thanks.
Yes. So how was your first 100 days in office?
It was an exciting journey for me. Having been in a council for 26 years, having been a deputy mayor, I kind of consider myself know the landscape of the KSAMC. But in that big chair, it's a different type of thing. So what I did was to build a team and work with a team both of councillors and staff at the KSAMC. So it has been exciting and I've enjoyed it so far.
Nice. Okay, now I see recently that you toured the Crossroad Market with Comrade Leader. Had you done some work on the market?
Yes, I had. And to be frank with you, the Comrade Leader had indicated to me within the days that he would love for me to have a look at the Crossroad Market.
Okay.
But I will tell you this up front, that when I started the Clean Kingston initiative, the Public Health Department came to that meeting, and the inspector, the chief public health inspector, said that they had provided some reports, 2 reports to the KSAMC about the state of the market, and it's because of my thrust in the Clean Kingston why they have not shut it down. Those reports were delivered to the KSAMC before I took office as mayor.
Okay.
And so I wanted to make sure that both what the Comrade Leader had said to me and what the Chief Public Health Inspector had said to me, I made sure that I took on the issue right away.
Nice. Okay, so brand new market. Have you targeted any other markets as yet?
We have enough. And I know I didn't answer all the questions for the Crossroads, so let me just finish.
Oh, yeah, man, go ahead.
We had the meat section of the market was the main concern, where we had wash it down, take down the cobwebs that are in the roof and everything. We had fumigated the place, and we had put some stainless sheeting on where the meat, those butchers can put their meat. Okay. So that's the main thing, because it was more of a public health issue. We also have put up a garbage bay. We have made sure we have the fencing along the gully, and we have paved the road. So those are the main things that we have done there. But if you remember, 1 month after I took up, well, not even 1 month, but close to 1 month after I took office, I have announced that we're going to have allocated $25 million towards fixing up the bathrooms, about
Right.
seven bathrooms. So far I have done 4 of the 7, including the Crossroad Market. So I think, if off the top of my head, I've done the 65 Mall. I think I've done the Pigeon Street Market.
Right, I remember that.
I think, I try to remember if it's Pernell Child, but I've done 4 of them.
Okay. Now, any plans for Papine Market? Oh, there you
Yes.
are.
Well,
Yay!
before the Papine Market, my first tour was the Constant Spring Arcade. And I'm going back there. But what we have done, we have washed down that market also. We have taken out some of those derelict stalls out there. And we have put in 15 solar lights to make sure it's well lit. But my major thing now is to go to the Papine afterward.
Excellent.
Matter of fact, a team of technical persons are there talking to the vendors and seeing what can be done. So by the time I reach our tour, I should be in a position to say what are the stuff going to do. Clearly, we have to address the whole issue of the garbage bay.
Right.
Because that's a sore site right in front of the hospital. And not even just in front of the hospital. It shouldn't be like that.
Indeed. You know, that's my constituency, so that market is always an eyesore. Now, recently, the Ray market was burned down again. It seems to happen probably 2 or 3 times per year. What's the progress with that? I know that you are taking it on in terms of rehabilitating it and making an effort to prevent any more fires there.
Well, I don't want to say much on what I believe is causing the fire, because I'm a little bit sensitive, and I have to be very careful in what I say. But I know that the police are looking into it. But what we had done was we went in the next day and we had cleared the site. To be frank with you, that market is more from the vendors build their stall and get their stuff running. So they were happy for me to come in the next day and clean it. The reason why we didn't clear the same day was the fact that you have to be careful on what you take to dump, because you don't want to have a fire at the dump.
Right, exactly. You know, I'm glad you bring up the dump fire, because almost immediately after you assumed office, there was this big Riverton fire. And I mean, I saw a lot of GLP activists trying to place the blame on you. Is the maintenance of the dump within your remit as the mayor of KSAMC?
No, it's not. I know that the property is owned by the KSAMC, but it's not. But let me just address the bigger issue.
Right.
I know I've campaigned hard on the whole issue of garbage collection in the city. But persons probably just zoom in just for election. If you track my record in terms of when I was minority leader, I have moved several resolutions in the council about the National Solid Waste Management Authority. The first one we did was to speak to the public education, and not only public, but to partner with National Solid Waste Management Authority to see the public education. I did about 2-3 years ago. Then we talk about whole National Solid Waste Management accountable. And then we move on next one about having some stronger fines. So I say to say that I am not, or the KSAMC is not assuming the role of National Solid Waste Management Authority.
Okay.
What we are doing, we are clearly saying that, look, residents, your garbage is supposed to be collected once a week, and that's the National Solid Waste Management Authority's responsibility. We, as a person who pay them, can come on our books. We have to make sure that is done. And at the same time, in the town centers and our businesses, those are commercial garbages, and persons have to understand that they should have a contract with a reputable company to dispose of their garbage.
Exactly.
What we are doing, if as a local authority, we have direct responsibility for the management of the city. So indirectly it affects us. So what we are doing, we are partnering with the National Solid Waste Management Authority to make sure that we get the job done. So far, we have had an excellent working relationship. The first meeting I have when I became mayor was with the executive director. He came to my office and we had a discussion, and what we are seeing now. And he said yes, he will join us, and they are on my Cleaner Kingston initiative committee.
Right.
So that's what I called him over the weekend, and I said that we need to kick in the second phase of this thing now. So we need to have a discussion around it, and then we can speak publicly about it. So there are some persons out there who wants to put, if they see garbage at it is Andrew Sweber, the KSAMC fault. I understand your political motive, because I have hit so hard during the campaign about the garbage situation, and I will continue to hit hard about it, because we have to get the city clean.
Definitely.
We have to. I don't want to embarrass anybody, but I have to bring public awareness to the issue of garbage collection, and we need to keep our surrounding clean. And to be frank with you, it's not a national solution management problem. It is we as a society.
Yes.
We have to go back in terms of how we dispose our garbage. We can't just be in our cars and throw things out the door. We can't be just building a house, and with our rubble, we have money to build a house, but we don't have any money to dispose of the rubble. So it's an issue that we are tackling from many fronts. So while I understand there are political motives, and I'm cool, I have thick skin, I would tell a keloid skin.
You're one of the coolest, calmest comrades I know. And I've known you for many years.
Work with anybody in the interest of the city of Kingston.
Indeed, indeed. All right. So you mentioned a while ago that you put together a team.
Yes.
For the clean up the city campaign. Tell us a little bit about that.
All right. Thank you. I announced that there's a team, and it's co-chaired by Joan Gardner-Webley. I've had a representative from the the Kingston and Central Public Health Department, NWA, National Solid Waste Management Authority, Jamaica Environmental Trust, and I have put on the table now. I've met with the JCC, Jamaica Chambers of Commerce, and they are sending a representative. So it's a broad-based team. It's a team that NWC is there also, because we're talking about the whole sewage issue. It's a broad-based team. It's a team that will assist me and guide me. But not only for the team to tell us what you want, but it is the intention to tap in on members of that team budget. For example, if it's a sewage issue, sit there at the table, they will fix your problem right away. So we are getting there, and we have some exciting design, because what we are doing now, we're reaching out now to private sector companies and I will speak a little later about that, how you can adopt a road or the park to build it, because as I said, it's a societal problem and we have to tackle it as a society.
Excellent. So some of the projects, so all the projects that you're doing with cleaning up the various markets, I've seen you doing not just the market but the parks. This is also a part of the Clean Up the City campaign.
All right, the first phase of it has to do with the St. William Grand Park and a round parade.
Okay.
And we were deliberate with that. What we said, let us do it in the heavily traversed areas first, and to get a buy-in. Let us show Kingston St. Andrew that we can keep around there clean. So what I found when I went to the park, we have 20 odd persons in the park, basically in my mind not doing much of our work. So I'm saying to them, and I meet with them 2 o'clock tomorrow, I've said to them, come out of the park. We don't need so many persons in the park. Let us keep around this thing. So if you notice what we have done, we have had planter boxes in front of the Ward Theatre, and we have put up we have rehabilitated planter box that is around the park and plant some things around it. You have to give a sense of pride and show that you can have something downtown that look good. Apart from that, in the park, what we have done was we put up a garbage bay there, where when you take the debris from around the park or within the park, you temporarily store it right there, and at night we move it to the dump. We have also repaired some bathroom in the park, because the intention is to leave the park open for later, that person when they want to urinate,
right,
they can come in the park and use the facility. They don't have to go to the wall.
And it clean.
And keep it clean. We have washed around the park, washed the stench and everything, and we have also put some a little easy access for the persons with some disability challenges to have access to the park. So that's what we have done. What I am in need, and I'm looking for to see how best we can get a water truck, because we have a well in the park.
Okay.
So we can water things. Apart from that, what we have done now, we have looked at the whole issue of Maraska Road, and I don't want to make an announcement yet, but there's a private entity on Maraska Road who have started to partner with us to plant the planter box right along NWC there. So if you drive past there, you'll see they started some work.
Yes.
We have gone in and we have done beautification in terms of cutting Tom Redcam, Arthurwind Drive, and Camp Road. And that's what we have started with. So we are using those heavily traversed areas first to build that. We do have the resources, because you will understand that I inherit the budget I've inherited, so that they focus. What I'm trying to do is to see how I can juggle that budget to fit into the shared vision that we have, that our campaign on.
So since you've become mayor, I know, as I said earlier, I know that you are one of the coolest, calmest people I know, very non-confrontational. We know that there was a lot of controversy surrounding you becoming the mayor of KSAMC with the tie. How has the relationship been now? Has there been an improvement in the relationship between you and the opposition, the JLP councillors? Because you normally were Mr. Congeniality, I know that.
The relationship is excellent, you know. It's excellent. I have my views on what was happening, but I'm cool. I know that after the storm there must be a calm, so I was being careful how I handled the situation. I know I was within the law.
Yes.
So that didn't bother me at all. But I'll tell you this: I hardly go somewhere that I don't invite the opposition to.
Good.
When I'm having a meeting and about a particular issue, I have my chairman, I have the chairman of the committee from my side, and the ranking member, which from the JLP side is there. So I have always known to be somebody who promote a bipartisan spirit.
Excellent.
And I will continue to work with that. So there's hardly a tour I go on that I don't invite somebody from the JLP and somebody from the PNP.
Okay.
So the relationship is excellent. I reach out to the deputy mayor on issues, and I tell him where my thinking is, and he has an input. He can have an input. Up to yesterday, I called him and I've discussed something with him to say this is my intention, and he said, all right, let him think about it and get back to me. And I intend to give him a call tomorrow to see what his views are. So the thing about it, you know, I understand the nature of politics.
Yes.
I understand that when people see the camera, they will say certain things. I understand when you're working, I see that different thing. And if it's truth to be told, I was meeting with the JLP. I think I had 3 meetings pertaining to those committees.
Okay.
Before they went out thing. But I say this, and I'm not ashamed to say it. Not because I'm cool doesn't mean that I'm not firm in my decisions.
Definitely.
I have grown up in a situation where when I was going to school, I went to a boarding school, so I know how to live with people.
Excellent.
I know how to live with people. When a decision has to be made, I won't shy away from making that decision.
All right. No, it's hurricane season, and we know normally the drain cleaning is a big issue, because since so many developments have been going on around Kingston and St. Andrew, the course of the water has changed. There's a lot more concrete where grass and dirt used to be, which basically impedes the absorption of water. So, how is it going in terms of your plans with the drain cleaning and ensuring that during this rainy season, the city doesn't flood out?
All right. I hear the question, Kamala, but I don't want to tackle it from a drain cleaning first.
Okay.
Because I deliberate not doing that because I don't want persons to believe that the answer is to deal with the whole issue of the hurricane, just drain cleaning.
Right.
I want to speak to our preparation for the hurricane season. We have a committee, the parish disaster committee, and I have twinned it with our committee of climate change. I did a natural link there.
Yes.
What we have done also, so persons have a personal responsibility. As much as how things are tough, you have to understand that you have to try and get a roof fix and all those things. So there are those personal. You have to make sure that you start to stock up your house with those, even with once a week, one tin of sardine you buy, put on the hurricane time. So those are some personal responsibility that you have to make, and I want to make that point clear. At our parish disaster committee meeting, we invited Evan Thompson from Met Services to come and speak to us. And then also, last Friday, what I've done, just to make sure the message reach out, what we have done, we had a all-hazard expo and an emergency cook-off. And we had some celebrities that came, social media influencers that came and in the cook-off, and they were coming because we believe that they pulled that crowd together. And we had staff and council that had cook-off and all those things. So that's that. In terms of shelters now, we have identified the shelters. They have been inspected. I think they have all been inspected. And we have, there should be a training for shelter managers, a refresher course. And I think we have about 80% of identified those persons, and we are looking for another 15% to, and then we're going to go to a shelter training, so that aspect. We have procured a drone to make sure that in any case and train somebody to operate one. So if there is a thing, you can easily pick up what the damage is like. So we have done those things. Where the drain cleaning exercise is concerned, I've received the first draft of what is to be cleaned for the first phase. And the first phase are, we call it critical drains. Those are drains along the coastal, the majority along the coastal, that has been the practice on. And also there are some other drains that, for example, there's one on Waltham that brother drain. You want to clear those drains, that if there's anything, you don't block off our whole road. So those are, so next week now, I should be doing some inspection of what the report that has been done. And afterward, we're going into the first phase of the drain cleaning, and then the second phase. So that's what we have done. We will be meeting very regular to have the issue to check the state of readiness of all the agencies. You have talked to JPS, you have talked to JUTC. So we don't want to wait until here that something is in the air.
Very good. Very good.
We are preparing ourselves. You can never be 100% prepared, but we are preparing ourselves to tackle it if it comes. Because all indications that this hurricane season will be an above normal one.
Yes, I heard that as well. It starts already, actually. All right, so we're getting some positive feedback. The audience is saying that you mean business. They like what they hear. So one of the issues that was a hot button topic coming into the election is the ad hoc nature of the construction in and around Kingston and St. Andrew. We see where it's like buildings going up everywhere. There appears to be no planning. You know, you see buildings going up, blocking the natural airflow, blocking the waterway, no collaboration with NWC. Have you started doing anything to address these issues as yet?
All right. If you remember in my inaugural presentation, I've said I would have gone on a listening tour. And one thing I want to say to you clearly is that bear in mind that the councils are not that technical, so it takes advice from the technical persons within. And there are other agencies like NEPA, they sit at there. On the first meeting, I had a meeting with all of the various agencies that contribute to the building, the development approval process. And we have had that meeting. And we have also met with citizens' right to the city.
Yes.
Because we have said that publicly.
Yes.
Out of that meeting, we have decided to have a working committee with them, and they'll be on that team. And so we're going to sit down and discuss, trash out some of those issues that they face. Tomorrow evening, I'll be in the Havendale area. The city have invited me. I know that's one of their issues. Tomorrow morning, I know the Irish Town residents have invited. I'll be meeting them. So those are some of the issues. But a bigger thing now, we have to look at the planning, our planning orders, and we have to have more sustainability to talk to residents. And I intend to meet with developers also, even though I met with one or two, to have a discussion. But I love to come to the stage where I can have developers, civil society in the room having a discussion. Probably I have been engaging UTech, and I've been speaking specifically with Dr. Archer about how I can create an environment where we can have a discussion around it and making sure that we have some positive come out of it. So it's a big issue. It's not an issue that will be resolved overnight. Definitely. But it's something. But you have to, residents have to understand also that in terms of, we only have about less than 8 billion officers. So in terms of enforcement, so we have to find ways of how we can increase that so we can monitor it. We want to bring a level of transparency to the system. I want to be a state where if you develop, and we start, that has been there before, but I want to make sure it happens where when you have any building that is approved should go on our website. So everybody would know what is there.
I'm glad you brought that up. What I want to know, is there any sort of approval process for who can be called a developer, or people can just get up one day and decide that they're a developer and do their own thing? Because every day you hear about another developer.
Yes, I don't know of a process, but what you have done, you have certainly give me something that I should do like more check on that and see how we can open that discussion.
Yeah, because I just want to know if the industry is regulated.
I like that provocative question that needs to be explored.
Yeah, man, because definitely I just see people who acquire a piece of property one way or the other, and all of a sudden they start calling themselves developer. You wonder if they know anything about, number one, soil erosion, the type of dirt that they are planning to develop. I mean, we've seen what happened in Jacks Hill with the soil slippage and the type of stone that is in Jacks Hill. Why the type of property that was developed there, it wasn't recommended by the geologists, you know?
Yeah. I saw a comment earlier that say I'm a developer. I'm not a developer. Somebody say I'm a developer. I wish I was a developer in Israel. I would follow the law, but I'm not a developer. I don't have so much money to be a developer.
I tell you, yeah, it seems to be a very lucrative profession these days.
Yeah, but there are someone there want to give misinformation. I'm not a developer. I just have my own little house that I have purchased from 2011, and I paid my mortgage to NHD.
You make sure to state your claim. All right, there is something else I wanted to ask you where that is concerned, but it slipped my mind. The people them want to hear about the political side of it now and how the politics going. You know, most of my audience are strong comrades, so them going want to talk the politics. If I remember sometime down the line, because there was another pressing issue I wanted to ask you about, I'll go back to it. But first and foremost, let me again congratulate you on not just becoming mayor now, but for organizing. I mean, though I know personally that you had a crucial role in this entire local government election that was just passed for Kingston and St. Andrew. Not just as mayor, but more of a parish organizer kind of capacity, you know. How we stay now for the general election?
I don't like to speak out of turn, nor I
Mm-hmm.
don't. I'm very quiet. I
I
don't
know.
discuss those issues publicly. But I would just say we're in good stead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not one of them who go and beat up my chest. I just work quietly, meticulously as to how to get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
So we are in the process of identifying our candidate. I think we should, in the near future, we should, in all 15 candidates should be in place.
Mm-hmm.
And working now. So there's a normal thing that I can share, like you do your canvas, you make sure you're visible, you do the walk, you speak on the issues that affect the persons, and so those are the issues I'm prepared to speak on.
Sure.
But apart from that, I am one of them who I don't believe that I should be drawn up and down and talking about it. I think I should be doing the work, and that's how I've lived my life.
Right.
If the issue is that, if you think back, I don't know of a mayor who have had the hardest to get a position was me, because it took me weeks to get the position, and the JLP is still in court about it.
Yes.
So I don't get things. I don't have any godfather in politics or in life. I have to work hard for what I
know
get.
that.
I know where I'm coming from. I know that my mother, I'm not ashamed to tell people that my mother was a domestic worker, watch people dirty clothes. And for those things that's why I do not want them. I try to be humble. I know where I'm coming from, and I know what matters to people. And so I just work, and that's how I am. So I'm not one of them who big up a chest and say blah blah blah. I just cool, calm, and do the work.
All right, excellent. How is it? That seat, the Kintyre division. It's not yet complete. What's the latest with Kintyre division?
I think the JLP had some petition in the court. I think it will be. I think the next court date is in July.
Oh, okay, so nearby. So they're still holding on.
They're still trying for it, but I don't believe that. From all the advice I got, I don't see how they will ever get it, because it was one fair and square.
Excellent, excellent. Some people saying that they love the work that you've done with Crossroad Market. You know.
Yeah. Crossroad was neglected over the period. Over a period of time. When you look at it, you couldn't have allowed for it to continue like that, and it was a public health issue also.
Yeah.
The fair. We have to. Our vendors are important to us, but I don't want you to personally to look and say that's the building of the infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
For me, the more of your food security was more important to me.
Right.
If your public health is telling that there are some conditions there that are not fit for vending, you have to deal with it. And quite of our market, we are going to deal with them. I mean, we don't have the resources, but we will have to see how best you can take the low-hanging fruits and deal and build as you go by.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so what are your plans going forward? Because I know we've heard what you've done now for the first 100 days. Tell us some of the plans that you have for the city going forward, because I love what I've heard so far.
Well, one of the things I want first, I want to spend some time dealing with the organization, because you have to put a proper organization in place to make sure that when you go out there and you say you're going to do it, the organization will help you, because I can't do it alone.
That's true.
What I've done, we have employed the services of a consultant, a performance management consultant, who has been going through the organization, talking to the heads of department, interviewing them, and to say, okay, you want to lift staff morale. You want to also provide the resources and the environment for them to effectively do their job. So that's going to take a little time, so I have to deal with that. Other thing I want to deal with, in that process, you also have to look at how you streamline the organization in terms of making sure that persons are carrying out the task in an efficient and effective way. The other thing I want to deal with, I want to spend some time also looking at the whole issue of how we interact with the citizen. it shouldn't be if you have a building that you have sent a plan to the KSAMC, you have to be texting the mayor calls. Can you check on that plan for me? I want to see if we can develop an app where persons can report issues or breaches or anything, and we can keep tracking it. And also we can respond to those persons. Those are some of the things. So I really want to look at the whole issue of the customer service aspect of it. You have to understand that our focus right now will have to be the hurricane season in terms of making sure the drains are clean and deal with those issues. After that, now you want to make sure, and I've committed that we want to put more money into the road, what councils get for road. What in terms of an allocate, because roads are an issue with the communities. So we have to, and our community what I'm speaking about. Right. So irrespective of our sparks, we have to fix our roads too.
The local government roads, yes.
Local government too. And sparks, if sparks come true, and I say if, it will fix some of the local government roads. We I have committed, and I've done one already, where every quarter we will have a town hall meeting.
Very good.
I think the next town hall meeting going to be around the whole issue of our budget, to make sure that we tell persons what our budget is, and we influence the next budget call also. I have said to we have committed also to make sure that every quarter both the CEO and myself will be facing the press, answer all the questions that we have to ask. So those are some of the things that comes really off mind. I want to move to a retreat at the for the councils and the senior managers, that we can come out and concretize a shared vision and talk about a work plan, so that we know that this is what we're going to achieve in X time. So those are some of the things that that will be tackled.
Okay, somebody sent a question wanting to know, you had some integrity commission workshops that began today. They wanted yesterday they wanted to know why you had the integrity commission come into the KSAC.
The integrity commission, they offers these courses. They have 12 modules of issue, not only corruption, but issue of talking about how council should fill out the statutory reduction, and the whole issue of good governance. There's no doubt that the whole issue of corruption has dogged the KSAMC. The perception is there. You want to make sure that you educate the councillors and the staff of the KSAMC and to partner with them. That's all that we have done. Then we had the first two modules today. It was, I think, 17, I think 25 persons or so where councillors were there and staff members were there. It was a good session. I mean, I don't see the Integrity Commission as an enemy. I see them as wanting to achieve good governance, and what we're going to partner with them. I will partner with anyone. Once you have a clean heart and you're coming to the table with clean hands to make sure that we work to the betterment of the city.
All right, excellent. Somebody's asking about downtown where the sewer water was constantly running, and the vendors selling on the street.
Those are some of the issues where I have been constantly talking to the NWC about it. The whole issue of it is that the system, the sewage system is old. I've asked the NWC that they need to share with us their master plan for the whole issue of sewage in the city, and to give us some timeline as to what they are looking at. I've heard last night the minister in charge of the NWC at a area council meeting in Fletcher's Land talk about how much billion they have to invest in the whole issue of the sewage thing. I'm happy for that information, but I prefer to have those discussions around a more sober setting. So I'll be inviting, I have already invited the NWC to come to the table to speak to the issue.
All right, beautiful. All right, let's talk about entertainment now, because a lot of the entertainment providers have been having issues with getting permits during the last administration. What have you done so far to improve it? Because entertainment is missing from the city. It's missing from the whole Jamaica, but Kingston and St. Andrew at one time was the entertainment capital of Jamaica. What steps have you taken to bring back entertainment into the city?
Um, I will be honest with you that I have not entered that fray in the way that it ought to be, because there's some discussion that have to be had with the Minister of Entertainment, with the police, and with promoters. What there are some particular areas, for example, the Hope Gardens area, that there has been an issue because the residents have been having an issue with it. I've so far met with the Hope Gardens, and I'm seeking a meeting now with we have also met with the police, and I'm seeking a meeting now with the Hope Pastors persons. I will reach out to hear their views, and this is how we can bring all three to the team and how we can resolve those issues. So, but the bigger picture that we have to speak on is the whole issue of entertainment zones.
Right.
Because while I have a right to party, you have a right also to sleep in your bed. So we have to find a way how we create that balance. So that's a discussion where we want to go into. But it's those issues that don't reside with the KSAMC alone. So the KSAMC has to be a facilitator that pulls all the stakeholders together and see how we can resolve those issues.
Excellent, because that has been a hot button, before the last administration, when we had Comrade Brown Burke as the mayor. We had a lot of street dances in some areas. You had a passa, a weddy, all of these things that you had a lot of tourists who used to come to Jamaica for these reasons. So people have been asking, when will the street dances return? I mean, that's why I'm asking you, because since your predecessor, we haven't had many of those.
Well, and I'll go a step further. We have to also look at the whole issue of how we bring back downtown alive at night.
Exactly.
Because if events can be held down there, so those are some of the issues that we have to look at. So I would certainly will be having those discussions. As I said, I want to develop a work plan just to make sure that we structure the thing. I mean, we got the councils there now, the committees that are working. We just recently, I have invited Mr. Mike Fennell to our council to speak about sports, and we can extend to how music and all those things. I have a subcommittee that deal with those issues. Just recently, I met with some I don't remember the name of it, but Lincoln and those guys who talk about reggae music and how Kingston is a creative city.
Exactly.
So we have to look at those issues. But one will understand that just with a little bit over 100 days, so we really have to just take our time.
Take your time. And you're doing a very good job in the short time you've done so much already. Your accomplishments in the 100 days. I mean, the fact that you were brave and bold enough to highlight that you've reached your 100-day mark, and this is what you have done in the 100 days, shows that you're a man of your word and you're committed to doing what you set out to do.
Well, I know, yes, and because I was clear in my inaugural position what I want to achieve for the first 100 days. Have I achieved all? No. I've not achieved all, but I'm sure that I've achieved about 80% of what I've done. And what I've done, I have put it out for everybody to see, for a person to say, yes, he has, or can question if I have, and it can stand any scrutiny.
Excellent. I'm just checking to see if anybody else asking any questions. Well, if you have any questions, viewers, you can come and ask the mayor. He's been on for 45 minutes. I'm not keeping Mayor SWABY on all night because you heard that he has a very busy day tomorrow. So ask your questions now or forever hold your peace. All right, let me see. Okay, I asked that one already. Somebody asking about the lights on Washington. Oh yes, the street lights. That's an issue that we cannot forget to talk about.
JPS was one that I've met with, and I've said I was with them for 3 years. Every Christmas, at least I spoke about the lights into the gateway to the city.
Yeah.
Not only Washington Boulevard, but talk about Marcus Garvey, talk about First Harry Glasgow, we talk about Michael Manley. And I will tell you, I have just if you allow me a minute, I will share some information with you. Just let me just go on my phone. GPS. All right. When I count from Water Lane and to the entrance of the toll, I personally counted 128 street lights are out.
What?
When you look at Michael Manley Boulevard, 98. Sir Floresville, 77 lights are out. And so those are that. I met with JPS, we have shared those because they told those, in all fairness, they said that those lights are not theirs but are of the NWA. I don't know what the thinking of the government to do that.
So some lights are for JPS and some lights are for NWA.
Yeah, I figure when you fix up a road and you broaden, they will, and NWA doing that work, they cover everything and they must hand over. What JPS is saying that they have to take them over in certain conditions. So they are providing the estimates now to NWA for them. So they are gonna phase it in. I am not happy with the response from JPS. And I've told them that. I've gone to the minister. I know the minister has planned a meeting with the JPS and the mayors. Talk about street lights in general. I'm not happy with it. So that's an issue that we are tackling. I'm not happy with their response time to even community lights.
Right.
You're supposed to take 14 days after reporting light. At least a light should be fixed. It takes months, years. You understand me? So those are issues that we have to resolve. So I've made my views known publicly before I was mayor, since I've been a mayor. And I've gone to the minister and I've said to the minister that we need to tackle the whole issue of JPS. I'm a waiter because I told him, I must tell you up front, when I was talking to him recently in a meeting about it, he's of one view and the JPS, I said, no, but that's what the JPS told me, because I think in the last 2 weeks, I've had that JPS meeting. So it's an issue that we have to resolve. I want JPS to see themselves also as contributing to the security of our nation.
Exactly.
You can have communities that have been dark. Criminals like darkness.
That's right.
So we have to look at it from those angles.
Right. I see a lot of people asking about the audit. Just letting you know, comrades, we're not touching that because the mayor cannot comment on an audit that is happening while it is happening. He cannot. So.
Just to assure a person that I have written to the Auditor General and inviting them thing. And you're taking over an organization. That's a proper way to do. Exactly. I expect at the end of my tenure, someone do the same. So it's something that I'm not witch hunting for anything. Exactly. I just want to know what I'm taking over.
Which makes sense. I see a lot of people on both TikTok and YouTube asking. So I just wanted to make it clear that it's not that we don't know about it, but we have to be careful. So as you heard, listeners and viewers, the mayor has invited the Auditor General in, right? So, and that is best practice. All right, best practice. All right, let me see if there's. Can you address the issue with the police taking away? I guess this is the municipal police. So somebody is asking about the municipal police and how they treat the vendors and their goods.
About a month or two, close to 2 months ago, there was a video viral about some taking up some goods. I think it was politically mischievous because that incident took place over 2 years ago. Matter of fact, persons that were in the video was not working with the KSAMC anymore. So I think, I don't know if since my tenure anything of that sort has happened, but I'm not going to say it won't happen.
Right.
But how you deal with it, I have said publicly that we are going to retrain our municipal police officers to handle those situations. And I don't want a situation where you have to be running down persons to take their goods. What I want, and I've said to the vendors, look here, man, form yourself in an organization, come to the table and let us have regular meetings around the table. You don't have to be Mr. Leachin or Adam Stewart. You have contributed something to the economy too.
That's right.
We will have our vending thing. We want you to come to the table. We want the businessman to come to the table. Just at the same time around the table, and we talk. Let us agree on the vending areas. Let us say the do's and the don'ts. Let's agree on those things. Let us. I know you can tell me not the bathroom, but the markets want to be in a better condition. Yes, I agree with you. And we're going to work to achieve that. You understand me? So those are issues that we will talk. Let us come and put some timelines on these issues. So I am not reaching the stage where I talk about taking on people's stuff. I want to start to have a discussion with vendors of how we can work together. God bless Dunstan with Soul. He was one of them who mobilized the vendors. Yeah. I have meetings. We want somebody or persons like that. So don't bother with the ray. That don't help. Let us work together to achieve what we want to achieve.
Excellent. Have you considered having designated roads as market zones on specific days of the week, or where motor vehicles are not allowed? And because there's always going to be a spillover of vendors from the markets. We just don't have enough market space for all the people who sell goods downtown. Have you considered designated roads that can be used as market zone where there is just pedestrian only?
I have my views on those. I don't want to make it public because right now we're not at the table. I don't want persons to hold me through that. But any proposal come, we look at the pros and the cons. Definitely. So it is just for us to meet. We don't want to discuss with the vendors in public these issues. Come to the table. Say, hey Mayor, we have a body. This is our 6 persons who on our executive that we will meet with you. I would then say, all right, we will meet every other week or so. Tell me the best day. Is it a Wednesday evening when most business is slow? We will slap those things in my diary and we'll sit down and meet and work out these issues. I am not afraid to discuss these issues. I know after that meeting we have to take it to the committee for the committee to approve. But let us start somewhere.
Excellent. Oh, somebody, what this person is saying? You have a building at the corner of Pier Lane and Pine Road in Tower Hill, Kingston 11. I don't know what this person is asking. Pablo, I'm not sure what you're asking. You just made a general statement about a building. In terms of the building orders, I take it that you're going to revamp that whole, because right now, as we mentioned before, since this person mentioned the building, there are a lot of buildings that have illegally constructed buildings. What are you doing to address that?
If you remember, I said earlier about the whole issue of the number of enforcement officers. And one of the reasons why I am making sure that I partner with our stakeholders, for example, you, the residents, is to create an environment where you can help us to police these things. We'll never have enough workers to police it. So what I want to do is to build that thrust for that you have the confidence to help us to police these matters. So those are some of the issues that you will have to deal with over time. I am aware that there are buildings up that don't have permission, and we have to just constantly looking at them. And when if I'm driving around and I see a building, I will call in the KSAMC and ask, check this address for you. We can check it by address and to see if an approval was given for it.
A question, I just remembered a question I wanted to ask about. You said you admit you're in the process of meeting with the residents of Hope Pastures, because Charlemont Drive is also an issue where, I'm from in that general vicinity, and there's a lot of controversy with the developments that are going up in Hope Pastures. So, right.
Yeah, but the citizens right to the city, they have a broad section officers of Kingston in terms of Charlie Mona, Haverdale, and those persons are on that committee. So they were represented at the committee meet, at that meet that we had with them. But in terms of, and so I'm meeting with the whole pastures now, in terms of discussion. But so anyone invite me to a meeting, I can't tell you I'll give you that meeting right away, but I'll make sure I'll find time to have a discussion to discuss specific things. And I'll take the technical persons along with me. One of the issues that for tomorrow, I've said to the officer, look here, come with your information to say what is the density of this area. Explain to person, because these meetings are not just for complaints. It allows us also to educate our citizens on the issues, and what it speaks to, it also gives us a chance to make sure that we are transparent in what we do. So I'm not hiding from no organization, no resident. We are prepared to deal with it head on and work on it. So it can take some time. Not everything you're gonna hear, you're gonna like what I say, but and not everything you are gonna say what I like.
Right.
But it's for us to have that partnership.
All right. So somebody is asking about steps for dealing with the situation of the homeless people in the city.
I'm happy for that. We have the issue, because you have to look at it. We have also contributed to the whole untidy downtown is. I have been seeking a meeting with the Board of Supervision and also with all the various church group or anybody who are feeding persons downtown. Part of the reason is that because you feed them on the road, persons just naturally stay there and wait on them to be fed. So what we want is to ask the director of board, this is how best you can pull a meeting to see if we can carry them in specific locations where we can feed them there under certain conditions. So it's an issue, I must tell you, it's a multi-agency approach that we have to use to tackle this one. And it's also sensitive. I don't want a situation where you're roughing up person, take them off the road. Just last week, I met with the president of the Court of Appeal along with DPP to tell their outline the issues that they are having right at Justice Square. They can't even, sometimes they have to walk over homeless person lying there. So we have to see how best we do. And I was clear that to the president that I have to address the problem, but I have to stay within the law. So it's something that we're tackling. I won't say to you that we are advancing that, but we have started to have initial discussion internally as to how to approach and deal with it.
Okay, excellent. Somebody. Oh, this person is just continuing about the homeless causing a mess on the street.
It is causing a mess on the street.
All right, some business person is dumping the garbage. Okay, the mayor already addressed the issue of garbage collection, viewer. So we don't really want to go over that.
But Kamala, if you allow me, I think we can reinforce the point that there are some business persons who just give a cat man something to dump. I'll give a little money to go dump it, and cat man go dump it somewhere. And that's why I say that we have to make sure that we ensure that businesses have a contract with a reputable service provider to go and dump it at Riverton.
Definitely. Comrade Leader had an initiative in his constituency where he employed garbage wardens, because he was speaking about the fact that private garbage trucks would come into his constituency with garbage from all over and have it dumped in his constituency. So probably that is a plan that you can look at. Maybe you can place garbage wardens at certain areas where the hot spots, just to monitor what is happening.
Well, I tell you, yes, but we have to look at it within the constraints of our budget. That's issue. I have received pictures of, just recently I sent two to the ED. One of them was a popular pharmacy. That I saw when you look at it, it's the pharmacy on Chuck, and I've sent it to the ED for him to investigate and take action. You also have to, I think you have to go to the stage where in your community, when you have a man who build somewhere and he lit down the wall, and if you know so the wall are blue, you can trace it right back to the house and see, because in all fairness, we have a tendency in Jamaica, and we call it informer. We don't want to say anything.
That is true.
We want to criticize the authorities that they are not doing anything to stop it. You can't respond at the top. For me, if you lock up one person one time, it stops some problem to you. So we have to get to the stage where persons know that when they do something, that they will be penalized for it.
Amen. Exactly. All right. Papine Square need attention with those risks. Okay, so this viewer is saying that Papine Square needs attention with the restaurants and the wholesalers dumping garbage on the side. You also address that to an extent.
Yeah, well, I don't address it fully because I don't want to address it yet until I've had a discussion with the ED, which he promised to give me. Okay. I think hopefully by next week, because I wouldn't want to come out and make an announcement and can't back it up. Okay. I want to put certain things in place, but certainly, if I have my way, that will be the focus next of these businesses.
Excellent, excellent. All right. I want to take this opportunity to thank you so much for joining me, Mayor SWABY. I mean, somebody, you had another question, Andrea? Well, it's 1 hour now, and the mayor needs to go and get his rest. All right. You have some of your constituencies bigging you up from Nannyville. You have a lot of constituencies.
Yes, I really don't want to pick up Nannyville, and because they have not been seeing me as often as they normally, and I've asked them for their patience. I am in a position now where I'll be taking off a day out of each week to make sure I go into my own communities, because it is good to be a good mayor, but at the same time, I've signed up first and foremost to be a good councillor for the people.
And you have been an excellent councillor over the many, many years. So I know that they understand. And again, somebody else thanking you for the Crossroads Market. So Mayor SWABY, thank you so much for coming to the altar with us tonight. The comrades really appreciate it, and congratulations on your 100 days. All the best for the next 100 and the next 100 after that.
Thank you. I have been put here to do a job, and I want to do the job to the best of my ability. With the team, I want to thank also all 40 councillors, including myself. I want to thank the staff of the KSAMC, and I want to thank also the good wishes and the prayers. And I'm at the altar tonight of the comrades and all well-thinking Jamaicans. I want to thank you very much for the support.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Take care.
Yeah, man. Good. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Oh, man, cough so. Well, that was a very good interview. I hope you all enjoyed it. YouTube was very lively. Hey, man, watch your numbers. When I see something wrong with the numbers on TikTok. TikTok go up 1.2, 700 and something. Then it drop back down, like somebody share the link in a group and the people them come on, see what we're talking about. I think of the labor right them, you know. I think it's the labor right them. Thank you, Marie. Thank you. That is right, Pastor Ricky. The altar is always a good place to be. OJ, I think that's exactly what happened. I think that is exactly what happened. The labor right them flock it. And then them come off when them realize they probably was trying to report it, mass report it or something. They do that from time to time. So them show up the numbers. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Claudia. You know, I think they were monitoring for us to say something inappropriate, but they don't understand that we are on a different level from them. We are here to educate, and this live was about educating, right? So I think that we probably burst them bubble because they were genuinely looking for a reason to report the live so that it could be locked down. All right, so comrades, we gone. See my lip dry again. It was too big for them, yeah, man. Them not understand that level there. Them not understand that level of thing, and them not realize a few thing no normal. Few thing they on a different level. So, all right, comrades, thank you for the 50,000 so far. Make a try. Thank you, Debo. Thank you. Yeah, man. In another life, I was supposed to be a journalist, and I ever tell them my story yet. Thank you, Mikey. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you. Listen to me, TikTok. I really appreciate these gifts. Any gift that you give me right now, every cent, every dollar, every token is going towards my son's birthday present, which is a plane ticket to come and see his mommy. He has not seen me for a month now. It's almost a month to the day since I've left. And this will be his 3rd birthday without me. So any contribution that you make right now, whether it's through gifting me, or it's through the CASHAPP, or it's through the ZELLE, is going directly to get him here. His birthday is on Sunday. He will be 14 years old. Last year, I was with the national team in El Salvador. The year before, I was with the national team in Guadeloupe. So I appreciate all the gifts that you give me. Every mickle make a muckle. So if you have ZELLE and CASHAPP, send me a $5, $10, $20, whatever you can. Thank you, Cash Nazi. Thank you. If you don't have any of those on my TikTok platform, just send me whatever gift that you can manage to send me. All right. Yes, Lando. It was a very, very good interview, and the interview will be available on YouTube. No, the interviews yesterday. Remember, no, the entire live was removed by YouTube yesterday. However, fear not, the interviews are still available on TikTok, because you know that with the TikTok live they are saved for a month. So I'm going to download them and repost them to the YouTube. So for those of you who missed yesterday's live, where we interviewed both Comrade Miranda Wellington from straight outer Southwest St. Elizabeth, as well as Comrade Kijana Johnson from Racecourse Division in Southwest Clarendon, just know that those interviews will be reposted tomorrow. All right. Yes. All right, so we're just hearing from the Comrade Mayor's his person who does all of his coordination. So she says she just wanted you all to know that she has made notes of the questions, the comments, and the suggestions, and she will follow up, and she thanks us all for the participation. So yeah. I'm just responding. And no, so I can't multitask, you know. All right. Okay. All right. So we're going to go back now to some serious business. We have 9:30. What time this now phone? It's 9 o'clock phone now. All right. We have some time left. So we have some things to talk about. Let me just put up back the CASHAPP for a bit, and then we're going to go back into it, because we have some things to talk about. YouTube. Andrew Holness, we go to prison, I'm a criminal. Well, I'm just reading. I'm just letting you know that I'm reading. Okay, Vendetta. Yes, I somewhat agree with you. See the number there gone up again to 893. Oh no, look, something right gone is, and then it dropped back down. That's not normal. That's not normal. Something going on with it. There is some glitch in the system tonight. I don't mind the glitching if it means I'm going to get more money. It was at 100, 1K. See, it dropped back down to 200 Fast, quick and fast. Some glitch are going. There is a glitch in them system. There's a glitch in the matrix tonight. So let's not hold it. Let's not hold it against TikTok. We just realize there's something not right. Something not right. Alright, so okay, excellent. Alright. Alright. So I'm sharing again the CASHAPP, the ZELLE, and the TikTok gifts, right? So for both of the platforms, because we have some things to talk about now. So remember now, if you can give, just give, please. Really, I really appreciate it. All right, we talked about that already. We have some more things to talk about, you know. Oh, that was the White House thing. Let me take this. I want to just take this opportunity to congratulate the PNP media. I don't even know what to call with the communications. The communications of the PNP. Comrades, we are going with ourselves. I see the JLP them a squeal out every minute. I'm ready. It's sermon time now. It's sermon time. I'm trying to YouTube are trying to get my face up and running, but I'm not getting it up and running. I don't want I'm trying to remove the background. It now work out. But let me take this opportunity to thank you, Comrade George. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. But the comrades, we are going with yourself, you know. Wanna clap on yourself. You know, deserve a round of applause. Each and every one of us. I see my moderator, Lady Escobar. I know I don't get to join your program all the time. Lady Escobar runs the TikTok live right before me. Me see her growing from strength to strength. Right? She's doing so well. I'm proud of you, Escobar. Your platform is growing and I am very proud of you. But comrades, every single one of you will participate on social media. Big up on yourself. And not to mention YouTube. YouTube has grown exponentially. I'm going to tell you where I'm coming from with this. All of you would know that I have been, thank you. I have been blogging for the PNP from about 2004. Not just now. Right? Before, this is Sundari, my daughter, will keep bomb rushing the live them. From before she was a thought, much less a conception. From when I one picnic me have. Me pregnant 2 times pan PNP social. When my belly big all, when me the hospital for have baby, me a blog for PNP. So I've seen the party grow from strength to strength. And I can tell you this as a seasoned blogger with over 20 years experience. As a matter of fact, PNP need to give me long service award. This year makes 20 years that I've been blogging for the PNP. 20 years. Me deserve a long service award. Only need to arrange a plaque. You see all of them plaque they want to give out when the people them do them long service award for the party, the groundwork of them. Me want one too. Me want a plaque. Because this is my 20th year. So I've seen everything. Because we've been there from social media didn't exist. You understand? We were social media warriors when social media never existed. Or remember MySpace and High Five and Go Jamaica. When remember when it was just website and you have to write your comment on the website them. And from them day that we are fight for PNP. Many comrades have come, many comrades have gone, many have died, many come out of it totally. And are following me? So, I want to say though, I want to say this. It's the first in a very, very long time I've seen comrades, the PNP, having such a strong social media presence, and I am very proud. I'm proud, trust me, my heart just full. And let me tell you something. You see the importance of a good team. We can pull everybody together. Thank you, Mo Brock. We can pull everybody together and just ignore the cascas, ignore the noise, and get the entire team to focus. Let me tell you something. Comrades are not paid to blog. Somebody might need some help once in a while, but it's not a salaried position. I just want to make this clear. Labor rights pay their bloggers. Comrades, we do it for the love of it. 10 years ago, I asked the then Gensec Paul Burke to consider giving bloggers a stipend, you know, if they buy data to do all of them something there. And at the time, we were told that social media is just a passing fad. Where are we today? And I don't have Comrade Burke up for that, because at the time he wasn't on social media at all. Just know that 10 years later now, he is very much a part of social media. He's on social media. So you see, a lot of people didn't expect that social media would basically guide, would set the trend for news. Social media is mainstream media now. That is what we need to understand. Mainstream media look at social media for stories. And this is not just in Jamaica, this is worldwide. When you listen to the TV here where I am stuck on ABC, and almost every single story they talk about is coming from social media. Social media is now mainstream media, so don't you ever underestimate the value of social media. And this is why Andrew Holness is trying to censor social media. But let me tell you something. This is bigger than Andrew. Andrew can't stop this. Andrew can't stop this. Andrew Holness will never be able to persecute and penalize every single person that criticizes him, because the criticisms are coming fast and furious. Are you following me? Make a reason now, you know, because you know we are going at it now. Right? This is why they are trying to drive the fear of God into people, because they don't want people to speak the truth. But the truth are going to come out. So this is why when YouTube censor me now for the joke, they want to make it look like I've been censored for speaking about the government. Not a thing go so. Nothing don't go so. Who is Andrew? In the grand scheme of things, where world politics is concerned, who is Andrew Holness? But a bootlicker. Think about it. Think about it. Thank you very much, Gaza baby. Him not start mad yet. He is a nobody. In the grand scheme of things, Jamaica is but a dot on the map. And we have always been leaders, or key opinion leaders, trendsetters. When you think of a man like the late great Michael Manley, when you think about a man like Comrade P.J. Patterson, who were well-respected leaders, and then you have bootlicker Andrew. Big up yourself in a Louis Longshaw. Big up yourself. Then you have a bootlicker like Andrew now. We go sit down at the back, the door of Mar-a-Lago near the kitchen door, where the exit sign there. waiting to talk to Donald Trump. Oh, thank you so much, Pastor Ricky. I will check. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. No, this man is so confused. And this is why I want to show you that in the grand scheme of things, him not really matter. He's like, though, him put himself in a position, and this is how you know, say, his personality is the issue. He has put himself in the position, comrades, where the CARICOM clique leaves him out. So when they were going to Saudi Arabia the other day as a unit, why I don't know if it's the kitchen door or the restroom door, but I know say it was near an emergency exit sign, Conroy Green. It was near somewhere near the emergency exit, and the emergency exit is always either near the kitchen or the bathroom, somewhere. But I don't want to stray from the point that he has put himself in a position. Gary said from road I go nationwide him head chip. When I notice that she quiet nowadays though. Lord G. But CARICOM has become a more tight-knit group. You realize that they're working very well together. When you look at a leader like me and Matley, and you look at Mitchell from Grenada, you realize that CARICOM have Gonzalez. You realize that them have a very close link. But Andrew left out. You realize that them do a lot of things and exclude Andrew. Most of the things that Andrew get to go to is because them do it out of courtesy, not because them want him there. And they don't realize that. So it's Andrew's personality naturally to rub people the wrong way. That's why them call him backward, because them realize that him backward. Them realize that him not really. Him try too hard. Natalie is reminding me that he came through the regular lines. TSA, yeah man, TSA never treat him with no diplomatic immunity. You're right, Natalie. And it was an embarrassment. He took a flight from Bahamas, I believe, and went to Miami, and he was treated as a regular citizen. So you have to wonder what it is that, how does the US view him? How do the leaders, the world leaders, view Andrew Holness? You know what I think? I think he's like a wallflower. Like, he doesn't know what to say. The concepts of geopolitics fly right above his head. Him don't really understand geopolitics. I noted that from day one, that him not really good, him not really big on geopolitics. That is why he, for instance, did not know how to treat with the Israeli-Palestine situation. You understand? Yeah, it's like basically that is it, Kemoy. Them not really, them view him as a waste man. Them not really think much of him. I realize that the people have come to the conclusion that he's not intellectually sound. So he can't, yes, Natalie is an international embarrassment. And you see, Andrew don't like when him get show up. So this is why we're having these issues now that he's trying to censor. As I said to you, not last night, but the night before, when we were talking about him boasting and bragging about how he can find people who are spreading misinformation. Thank you, Richie. Thank you, Richie. I really appreciate it. Remember, comrades, if you can give me the gift them, give me the gift them. I will accept the gifts. Thank you, Otako. Thank you. Thank you. Any gift you send me really appreciate it right now. Every mickle make a muckle. We need the tambourine for shake, like when we're collect offering the tambourine. You know, it's so ironic, Patrick Walters, that I heard him today talking about he was at the presentation of garbage trucks by Desmond Mackenzie. You know, everything these people, there's a presentation for everything. So new garbage trucks came on the island, and just as the last time, there was a big ceremony about the garbage trucks and the importance of these garbage trucks. So everything there's a ceremony about. PR, they have to PR everything. Yeah, man, I saw it, Ricky, and I did say, I guess you did jump off of the live, but I did say thank you. I really appreciate it. I did see your WhatsApp message to me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Anybody who has done this for me, thank you. So yeah, man, them PR this garbage truck thing now. Big PR. Right? And this is his comfort zone. This is where Andrew is comfortable. Andrew is comfortable when he can just give out something and look good. Smile. Smile for the camera and look good. Cut Tufton too. But Andrew more than Tufton. He don't want to be engaged in intellectual arguments. This is why he makes dumb decisions. You know, like deciding to put Kamina Johnson-Smith to challenge Baroness Scotland. That was a dumb political move. That was political suicide, geopolitical suicide for Andrew Holness. And so you realize that nobody takes Andrew seriously. They realize that he's a political puppet on a string. He is a political puppet on a string. He can't walk in the shoes of a Manley. He can't even walk in the shoes of a Edward Seaga. Because one thing with Seaga, you know, the Americans respected him. The Americans respected Seaga. The rest of the world never think much of him, but the Americans, them did love him. Nobody likes Andrew. Only the little lumpen proletariats that run behind him daily. Those are the ones that love him. Nobody else respects Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness go to world meetings and him don't have any position on anything. No, I'm not silent, you know. Unfriendly. Him still there over Twitter run up him mouth. The only thing is that people start paying mind. Yes, Anne-Marie, the termites. The termite them. The termites. No man, him can't listen to me. Him can't even touch manly shoes, much less to walk in it. Him can't even use him finger and touch it. Much less put him foot in it. Nope. That can't happen. That can't go on. None of that can happen. Alright? So it's not about walking in manly shoes. Him can't even touch it. And this is why him can't. Thank you, Mystic. Thank you. And that's the thing, in Natalie. Nobody takes him seriously. He doesn't understand geopolitics. It's almost like him learning on the job, but him not pass. You know, when you have to learn on the job, but you just not learn because your head tough. That is Andrew Holness. And as I said to you, the leaders of CARICOM have realized this. And so them kind of shun him. And again, I contend that this is how he earned the name backward. Because he's intellectually incapable. And we have been parading this intellectually incapable leader for a very long time. Look how the private sector organization have Andrew like a puppet on a string. Yeah, and it is so ironic. They used to cuss Portia Simpson Miller now. But what they don't know is that Portia Simpson Miller was one of the most emotionally intelligent leaders that Jamaica has ever seen. Remember, you have different types of intelligences, you know. And Portia Simpson Miller, her emotional intelligence was nobody can compare to her. As a result, she got along with people. She was respected by a lot of people. People don't realize that Portia did so much to save Jamaica's ass after what Bruce Golden administration to we with Audley Shaw as Minister of the Minister of Finance. And people don't understand that. So them walk and them talk, showing up their own emotional bereft when they speak about her like that. Imagine now we have a leader that is neither intellectually intelligent nor emotional intelligence. Him do have no EQ, him do have no IQ. That's why we in the predicament where we're in, you know. Because you might have a leader that may be average with the IQ but have a very strong EQ. Because people with strong EQ make better leaders. Michael Manley was a creature of great emotional intelligence. He was gifted because he was also intellectually intelligent. That is so right, Kemoy. You can't compare Andrew to a portion. Nope. Andrew can't read the room. He can't emotionally pick up anything. He can't read the room. This is what emotional intelligence offers you. The ability to read the room. Read the crowd. Wanna follow what I'm saying? So as a result, people take him and boy him up. And you know when people take people and boy them up, Trump boy up Andrew. Kamala Harris boy up Andrew too. Yeah, them boy him up. Because he's like, yeah, you watch that. You know, watch that cartoon. Yeah, it's like a Gladys. It's like him frightened for the position him in, where he now has to be him now on a platform where he never imagined in his wildest imagination that he would be right here. You understand? So I'm frightened for where I'm there. I'm frightened for it. So the fact that him can meet with all of these world leaders and him rubbing shoulders and hobnobbing is like, yeah. Huh? What do you want me to do? Huh? What do you want me to do? Yeah. I'm frightened for him position. So we sell him, them people there, we sell them soul. That is why Jamaica is where it is. Because Boris Johnson did plan to use Andrew Holness to get rid of Baroness Scotland because him never like Baroness Scotland. But nobody else would do it but Andrew, who is trying to please Massa. He wanted to do it. Him don't have any emotional intelligence. It's not about emotional. Him think him have an inferiority complex. Right? It is so strange, you know, comrades, because whereas Andrew is like this now, Tufton just plain evil. Tufton now is a creature of a different nature. Tufton not stupid, you know. The problem with Tufton is that he has no him don't have no compassion. It's almost like a borderline personality disorder kind of thing. And you following what I'm saying? Tufton has no empathy. So Andrew don't have any emotional intelligence, but Tufton has no empathy. It's not just morals, it's empathy. Him not sorry for him though him can't put himself in the shoes of others. Both of these traits have to do with your frontal cortex in your brain. So I keep saying on my platform that labor rights lack frontal cortex functioning. See how long? This is why me call them zombie. This is why I'm telling you, say them wicked, them evil. Them coming like living dead. How long me telling you this? Because they have no frontal cortex function. Andrew Holness clearly has no emotional intelligence, but Christopher Tufton has no empathy. None whatsoever. He's unable to put himself in the shoes of others and feel for them. Feel, you know, you see somebody who something is wrong with and your spirit move. You see a man lying down on a cardboard box. Your spirit move. Somebody lose a loved one and you shed a tear for them at that moment, even though you never lose that loved one. Christopher Tufton does not have this. But this man is supposed to be in charge of health and wellness. How can you? This is like a borderline personality disorder thing, you know. And this is why he believes he can get away with all of these things that he's doing. He can come and talk about nobody can tell him to resign because everything is about PR and looking good. But him don't care about other people. Him no business. These are all mental illnesses, you know. You realize that? Somebody with zero emotional intelligence is considered to be psychopathic, and somebody with no empathy is considered to be sociopathic. When you look it up if you don't believe me. Somebody with zero emotional intelligence is a psychopath, and somebody with zero empathy is a sociopath. Thank you for the gifts, comrades. So now have a psychopathic prime minister and a sociopathic minister of health. How is that for a combination? Thank you, Richie, and Your Honor. Thank you. Whoever sent me the heart, thank you. I don't know, I can't see the names. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, thank you for the gift them. I really appreciate them. May I look through to see who's sending me the gifts. Thank you. Really appreciate them. Yeah, man. When I think about it, you know, we're reasoning now. Now is the time for the sermon. We are going to reason. We are going to work this through now. When you just remember, say, me telling you, say, your prime minister is psychopathic and your minister of health is sociopathic. Thank you, Susan. Thank you. And that's the truth. Listen, it's not just a bad combination. It's a dangerous combination. It's a very dangerous combination. Christopher Tufton is such a sociopath that he can't even fake emotions. He's unable to even fake emotions. What he's trying to do is gain sympathy for himself because he only cares about himself. Thank you, Jamax. He literally only cares about himself. So he'd rather have you feel sorry for him than dare to waste your pity on somebody else. You don't understand where I come from? Yeah, man, it's a serious thing. Serious thing. Christopher Tufton wants your sympathy because he prefer to have your sympathy than for you to cuss him. So him come now with him elbow crutches now. As I said to you, remember, for those of you who weren't on the live earlier, I just want to take this opportunity to remind you, this is my area of specialty, and that man go school for teach people how to walk, to fix them with walking aid. You would never give somebody who broke him wrist an elbow crutch. The purpose of crutches is to transfer the weight, the weight that you were supposed to put on the weight bearing leg. Remember now, your legs, the purpose of your legs is to bear your weight. When you injure your leg and you're not supposed to bear weight on it, you have to transfer that weight bearing through your hands. That's why we train you with crutches. You have different types of crutches. You have the auxiliary crutch. That's the one you put. It's not under the arm fully, but it's right below. You can't put, remember now, you can't put a crutch right up under your arm because you have a nerve there. And a vessel, blood vessel, arteries and nerves that run under your arm, your axilla, that you will cut off. Your blood supply and your nerve supply. So you put it right below, right? And then of course you rest, you squeeze it to your body. You squeeze it to your body, and that is how you use it, right? The elbow crutch now, you clamp it. You clamp it. Some of them you clamp up here, some you clamp right here. But you bear the weight through your wrist. You keep your wrist. To use the elbow crutch, you keep your wrist basically in radial flexion, or you abduct your wrist. You abduct your wrist. So that means you carry it out. But it's forward, right? While your hand is what we call midline between pronation and supination. This is my training. Me do this for a living. So when you hold it, you have some kind of flexion of the wrist. You understand? You can't do that if you have a fractured wrist. Because when you fracture a bone, you're supposed to stabilize it. You're supposed to keep it stable so that you want to minimize movement. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want it moving, and you definitely cannot bear weight on it. So he said initially that he fractured his wrist. Who give him elbow crutches if him have a fractured wrist? Because that don't make sense. That's not logical. It's not logical. You can't wear. Look at him other hand. Let me put up back the picture over here, and I want to put up back the picture for YouTube to see it too. Let me show you. There we go. Just look at how him flex him. The wrist that is not, don't have the cast on it. So him have the cast on him left wrist. Look on the right wrist. Right? When him, okay, so he's in the first picture, he has stepped off with him left leg, and his right leg is coming through, right? So he's bearing the weight now on that right wrist. But when that leg now, because remember to walk, gait, we call it gait, the walking pattern. That's what gait is. If you study your gait, he's going to now lift up that leg with the orthotic on it. The leg where you see we wrap up with the black strap them, that's an orthotic. He's going to lift that up and carry it through. In order to lift that leg now, he's going to put the weight on the left leg and the left wrist, because the left wrist is also in the elbow crutch. So he's gonna now bear weight on that left. If it fracture, I'm going to bear weight on it. What him do surgery on? So no Benny go bend up the fixator, the fixator, them the pins, the screw and pin, the pin and plate, whatever them put it. I don't know what them fixate him wrist with. You can fix it with plate and screw, or just pins alone. I don't know. But if you put weight on it and it don't heal, the bone don't heal yet, it a go displace. So who am trying to fool? That I want to know. I know so a lot of medical professionals have seen those pictures and understand. And I know because I've seen it in groups that I am with medical professionals. They are the ones that drew my attention to it actually. He was being ridiculed by some doctors today in a group that I'm in. Oh, the L you have a fracture wrist and using an elbow crutch. It don't add up. The maths don't add up. So I don't know whose sympathy he's trying to gain. You know, initially when he was injured, we didn't hear about a leg injury, right? For him to be in that kind of a immobilizer, is like a removable splint. It's probably him probably tear a ligament in him knee or something, right? For him to be in something like that. Remember that for my disclaimer, I've never treated Christopher Tufton, so I don't know his injuries personally. I'm just speaking from my professional eyes about looking at the splint that him have on him right leg and looking at the elbow crutches that he's using with the back the cast. How the hell do you use an elbow crutch with cast on your wrist? How you broke your wrist and you're using elbow crutches? it don't add up. Right? So we're trying to understand, is he full weight, is he partially weight bearing or non-weight bearing? Because now, if he is partially, if him going partially bear weight, you know, because remember now, depending on the injury, you can put some weight on it. But if you're going to partially weight bear, you don't need elbow crutches. You can use a walking stick with just on the side where him have on the splint. So that would have been more useful to him, considering the wrist injury, because I'm going to risk, if him wrist really injured, you know, I'm going to risk now re-injuring the wrist, or the wrist fracture now go heal because him weight bearing on the wrist. So this is a sympathy move. It's a sympathy move that him come with the crutches because him want to know sorry for him. Because I'm sure no medical professional gave him those crutches. None would. And if a medical professional really gave Dr. Tufton elbow crutches to walk on, him need to have some serious words with them. Because it don't make sense. You have to, when you are basically giving people walking aids, you have to consider all the injuries they come to you with. Remember now, you don't only have crutch, you have cane too. You have large base quad cane for somebody who is unstable, like probably a stroke patient. You have single leg cane where he should be using, right? If him did, because crutches are not suitable for him if him have an injury with him hand. Not one doctor or no health professional gave him those. None. Exactly. All the youth. Him want to get him playing the sympathy card. He's playing him a draw for the sympathy card, but him no know say, you see, we people, the bloggers know, we're going to dissect everything. We're going to dissect everything. We're going to look at everything meticulously. So this is why I'm saying this man is a sociopath. He's trying to elicit sympathy for himself when you have women there who are mourning their children. He should have gone in front of the people them and talk what he's going to do to fix the atrocities happening in public health. But what him do? As him reach him start fling word about how PNP want him to resign and him not resigning because them can't make him resign. Like him thinks it's just PNP calling for him head. The amount of people I see saying say Tufton need to lift up. No, if it's not one person. So everybody who criticize the government is PNP. Is that, this is what me asking, you know. So you see, and this just goes to show you how these people think. This just goes to show you how these people think. It's either you are for them or you are for the PNP. There is no gray area. Basically there is no continuum. So they only see things in black and white. There is no gray area. There is nobody who just hate them but just not with the PNP to that. Like an apolitical person. A person in the middle who we call swing voters. You know, sister, them people attack everybody who dissent again. Basically show them any form of dissent. And they don't realize this. Yeah, man. Once you criticize the government, them telling you, say, you is a comrade. There it is, Floor. Wagwan, Floor, big up yourself. Once you have an issue. Yes, because you are a foreigner, so you don't understand PNP or JLP, but you are objective enough to say something is really wrong with this government. And that is fine. There is not one of us telling you that you need to support our party. But just be objective, which you are. You know? But then you have these other people now who, I'm sure them go label your PNP because you dare to criticize their leaders and they are so dogmatic they cannot understand that you have people who are going to criticize them. You understand? exactly unfriendly. You have a lot of people who are not Laborites who voted for Andrew to give him a chance. And those people are sorely disappointed. Me not surprised, you know. Me not surprised. Me see through Andrew from day one. I am one of those people who saw through Andrew. So when them was there going and give him a chance and really, I was like, I'm not going to say Andrew manifest him true self. We're not going to see him manifest him true self, and that he did. That he did. Now where is Jamaica? We have a minister of health who has no empathy. Wanna think about the implications of this? When you have a minister of health that does not display any sign of empathy, the reason I'm stressing this, is because I want you to appreciate the irony. Oh, so in 8 years. So Flora is saying that somebody commented on her post that he did not have time to fix the health system. So in 8 years, what has he accomplished really? Because even if we just had on Mayor Andrew SWABY who spoke about all his accomplishments in 100 days. How many 100 days can fit into 8 years? Because we know, say, you have 3 set of 100 day in a year plus almost. So 3 and 2/3. You understand? In a year. And him gone 8. So somebody do the maths for me. Him gone 2,500 days. And you are telling me, what has he accomplished? Maypen hospital, you know much hospital don't have no ventilator. 1 million Jamaican dollars. But yet Floor, they're boasting about robotic laparoscopic machine upper Noel Homes or Percy Junior Hospital, a type C hospital. That's what they're talking about and boasting about, mind you, about surgeons getting trained to use the robotic laparoscopic machine. Yet if them decide to operate on a patient with them fancy robotic laparoscopic machine and the patient crash, there is no ventilator to save the patient life. Yeah. That's the bottom line. Somebody actually said something so convoluted and schizophrenic like that. Yes, they did. They did, Natalie. They do it all the time. They feed off people ignorance. That's what they do. And buy loyalty. I was saying to you earlier that comrade bloggers have not been paid. We don't get paid. Nobody pays us. Laborite pay them bloggers. We know that for a fact that Laborite bloggers are paid and given big positions. Robert Nesta Morgan started out as a JLP blogger. Okay? And you see where he is now. I don't know no comrade who started out as a blogger that in any position of authority in the PNP now. Come to think of it. You understand? And I'm not saying that's a good or a bad thing. I'm just saying that I'm showing you the difference. You understand? Exactly, Omar Gibbs. Yes, Abka as well. Abka started out as a blogger, right? And he was taken up by Nationwide. He was a blogger, and then him end up at Nationwide, and then trying to appear to be a fair journalist. We know how that went. Now we must big up the blogger them. Wanna follow me? Wanna follow you know where I'm going with this, comrades? And then you have your Prime Minister. Your Prime Minister who is making noise about fake news and people spreading misinformation. Like, seriously, dude? That's why when we come with the facts, because we don't want nobody to talk about who's spreading fake news and misinformation, just like how we talked about that last night. exactly real estates. They don't even have high school education. Whole heap of them. Dunce. And that is why we're in the predicament we are in. Because even when them call themselves bright, whole heap of them buy them papers. Them not fair beat book like me when I see when I see my eye them. All them dark. Beat the books. The books them cause this. The books them cause it. By the time I don't study, I still don't get no gray hair though. Just leave that right there. I don't have one gray hair. Right? But as I'm saying, comrades, we have a sick organization leading the country. It's not a brotherhood, it's just a set of thieves bound together to scrape. There is no brotherhood among thieves. There is none. These people are simply a band of criminals who come together for the sole purpose of maintaining power. No brotherhood or honor among criminals. That's why them quick to throw each other under the bus. So. That's why they're quick to throw each other under the bus. Them not have no honor. None whatsoever. So, the next time when I see this man pulling this stunt, and I ask him why. Why I need to pull this stunt? Ask him. All of this is unnecessary. Fix the hospital system. Fix the hospital system. That's what we need. If it's not acting that tough, listen, I keep on saying, you know. Wow, I'm getting some breaking news, comrades. I'm getting some breaking news. Notice of unrest by the Jamaica Civil Service Association. Breaking news, comrades. I'm going to read this phone now. Alright, this is very important. Why does this show like this? Okay. Alright, so lack of action. Listen now. Lack of action by the Minister of Finance and the public sector regarding outstanding issues under discussion with the union. Are you listening to me? Listen to me carefully. The Jamaica Civil Service Association is extremely concerned with respect to the seemingly lack of action by the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service regarding the outstanding issue under discussion with the Jamaica Confederation of Trade Unions. The JCSA takes note of the Finance Minister's continued public pronouncements that his ministry and the union have reached agreement on all outstanding matters. You're not listening, you know? I hope you're not listening. Except for increment, and that the necessary circulars will be released within a matter of weeks. The JCSA finds it unacceptable for the Finance Ministry to be delaying the process to facilitate the signing of the agreement and for the respective circulars to be released to the ministries, departments and agencies to effect payment of outstanding amounts in July 2024. This is against the background where the unions and the payment of increment, the unions and ministries have agreed in principle on all the outstanding matters except for payment of increment. Since June 2023, the outstanding issue include the reinstatement and increase of passenger mileage. Me know say that lick no hard, it lick my husband hard. The retroactive mileage payment, the new uniform policy, the new extra hours work policy to replace overtime, honorarium and sessions. So you mean all of that them did remove? Yes, man, yes, thank you and friendly. Get them to the 100K. Get us to the 100K. Due to the inordinately long delay by the finance ministry, public sector workers have gotten extremely restive since they continue to subsidize the government in carrying out their duties. The government want working poor people. They basically go around and PR about this new public sector wage negotiation when what they have done is given the public sector a pay cut. And I hope the civil servants, the public servants remember this when the next election coming up. I don't want to hear them talk about, oh, them not vote because everybody is the same. PNP never given a pay cut yet. All if PNP come to now with wage freeze or whatever, them never cut on a salary yet. This government has in effect cut on a salary. Them cut on a salary. So I don't want to hear no civil servant who have good intentions. Right? I don't want to hear it. But now vote and who do what and when and why. I get something else, comrades, that I want to hear.
Want a ventilator, and when they told me that she needs to be ventilated and that they're trying to get her transferred and because they don't have none there, it was really shocking to me. You get me? And it's really sad to know that there's no ventilator at the hospital. And that is the reason why I really wanted to reach out. They reached out to Bustamante and UE and Cornwall Regional and Mandeville. None of that is successful. They don't have any they have ventilator, but they're saying that they don't have the space. At Mandeville, they're saying that they're short staff. The doctors, they're trying their best, but if they don't have equipment, how it go? Their lives that that they could have, that they can save, if them have all of the equipments them in place, but they really don't. I really want my daughter to, to get a ventilator. So I don't know if the minister Tufton can see this and help, or Andrew Olness. I don't know what it is, but I really need my daughter to be on a ventilator ASAP because this has been 3 weeks now. She has been fighting. She just really needs to go on the ventilator.
Flora, call me in the morning. Call me on WhatsApp 9090980. I could try to get the baby out there. Let's try to get her out of there. She can't stay in Jamaica if you want her to live. Let us try. You can get her to Cuba, If she fighting that hard, fly her out. Carry her come to Miami. I've done so much to help a lot of patients get out of Jamaica. She can't fly. She unstable. Not even on a medevac. You have communication with air ambulances. Floor. Is she that unstable that she can't even go on an air ambulance? Because I've transferred out patients on air ambulance, That's crazy. You see, I'm glad when you're hearing these things, when you're seeing all of this, So when and you have this minister now who says he's not going to resign. He's not going to resign because he literally sees nothing wrong with what he has done. He's a sociopath. He's sociopathic. I keep on telling you, why do you think I call him Dr. Death? Seriously, why do you think I call him Dr. Death? The man is a sociopath. You can't say there is no two ways about it. Let me give you the definition. Right? A sociopath is an informal term for someone with antisocial personality disorder, a chronic mental health condition that can cause people to behave in dangerous ways that differ from others in community. People with ASPD may have difficulty understanding social norms and may, listen to this now, and may consistently show disregard for right and wrong. While listening, because I'm going to go over this again. While ignoring the rights and feelings of others, they may also lack empathy, ignorance, or regret for their behavior, and may often take advantage of others for their own personal gain. I'm going to again read the definition of a sociopath. And I am here tonight contending that Dr. Christopher Tufton is a sociopath. Let us go through this again. Sociopath is an informal term used for someone with antisocial personality disorder, a chronic mental health condition that can cause people to behave in dangerous ways that differ from others in their community. People with ASPD, which is basically the medical term for sociopath disorder, may have difficulty understanding social norms and may consistently show disregard for right and wrong. Think about market me. Just think about what we read yesterday with the article by Dr. Michael Abrams. All right? So Tufton continuously shows a disregard for right and wrong while ignoring the rights and feelings of others. He does not care about the rights and feelings of other people. Him trying to elicit sympathy for himself. They may also what? Lack empathy. I said this earlier, that Dr. Tufton has no empathy. They lack empathy, remorse, or regret for their behavior, and may often take advantage of others for their own personal gain. So that is the definition of a sociopath. So people with the condition might be charming and charismatic at first, at least on the surface. Wanna listen carefully to me now. But they generally find it difficult to understand other people's feelings. I hope you're listening. They often break rules or laws, behave aggressively or impulsively. No, Andrew different. Buju, Andrew different. We're going to define what Andrew is tonight. Andrew is not a sociopath. Christopher Tufton is a sociopath. Feel little guilt for harm they cause. Listen to this now. Use manipulation, deceit, and controlling behavior. Use manipulation, deceit, and controlling behavior. Unlike psychopathy, it wasn't easily confused with psychosis. The prefix also reflected a widely held belief that the traits and behaviors associated with sociopathy tends to be related to socio-environmental factors. Right? You're hearing me now. So I could talk about thank you, Rado. Thank you. Let us now talk about the difference between a sociopath and a psychopath. We're going to talk. Okay. Psychopathy is sometimes seen as involving more planned behavior. The behavior might not be necessarily violent, but it is premeditated. Some people consider sociopathy to be slightly less severe than psychopathy, since it does not involve calculated manipulation or violence. All right? So we're going to talk about psychopathy now, right? Because Andrew Holness is a psychopath. Are you following me? So make we talk about psychopathy now. Most of us, fortunately, will never meet a Hannibal Lecter in real life. But psychopaths and sociopaths certainly exist, and they hide among us. Sometimes as the most successful people in society, listen, sometimes as the most successful people in society, because they are often ruthless, callous, and superficially charming, while having little or no regard for the feelings or needs of others. These are known as successful psychopaths, as they have a tendency to perform premeditated crimes with calculated risk. Or they may manipulate someone else into breaking the law while keeping themselves safely at distance. They are master manipulators of other people's feelings, but are unable to experience emotions themselves. Alright, now. Psychopaths and sociopaths share a number of characteristics. This is why you were mixing up. You were saying that Andrew is also a psychopath, but no, is also a sociopath. But no, we're going to go into the differences now. So these include lack of remorse, empathy for others, a lack of guilt or ability to take responsibility for their actions, a disregard for law or social conventions, and an inclination to violence. A core feature of both is a deceitful and manipulative nature. Sociopaths are normally emotionally stable and they are normally less emotionally stable and highly impulsive, right? Their behavior tends to be, your man, he is a psychopath, I'm telling you. Their behavior tends to be more erratic, right? They tend to act on compulsion, and they lack patience, right? They lack detailed planning. Psychopaths, on the other hand, will plan everything down to the smallest detail, take calculated risks. The smart ones leave no clues. Both act on a continuum of behaviors, right? But they are different. Sociopathy describes behaviors that are the result of a brain injury. I've been telling you all along, so something is wrong with the frontal cortex, the frontal cortices of these gentlemen. How long me been saying this now? So them frontal cortex now operate properly. So it's either the result of a traumatic brain injury or abuse and or neglect in childhood. Psychopaths are born and sociopaths are made. That is the key difference. Psychopaths are born and sociopaths are made. Oh boy, this is serious. But I hope when you see the key, I want you to see, yeah man, him psycho. Proper psycho. Proper psycho. He's a proper psycho. Proper psychopath. To the point now where he's going to try and censor people. It's serious, Rado. It's serious, but it's serious. Is that we're in a serious predicament as a people. You understand? When you have an organization composed. And to me, it seems that all of these labor rights, them have a touch of it, you know. Them have a touch of madness. Yeah, man, think about it. They have no concept of right versus wrong. Them have a touch of it, man. The whole lot of them. Them can't appreciate the difference between right and wrong. And the whole of them follow blindly. That's why I call them zombie. Before the first lady come out and let us know that they are termites, I used to call them zombie. But if she said them is termite, who am I to argue with her? Think about it. She said they are termites. So am I gonna say no, they are not termites, they are zombies? Maybe they are zombie termites. Who knows? Yeah, man, but you see, Maureen, when we used to have little lessons, you know, when we used to have the little Sunday school in the politics church, we used to talk about how labor rights came to be. Natalie is saying that she knows for a fact that mental illness runs in Conjo Hopeless family. His sisters and I used to make fun of them when we were growing up. Conjo showing signs of, but me telling you that's why them call the man backwards. Pastor Ricky, your body, no. You say she's no longer the first lady. She first lady in paper, on the paper only. Boy, you're so nice. The dance nice. Oi, oi, oi. Let me telling you something. Let me tell you something. We have a sociopath as the Minister of Health and Wellness and a psychopath as the Prime Minister. Yes, me know it's one system have. The sister with a apostrophe S. Right? She's saying that her sisters and her used to make fun of them when they were growing up. She's not saying that he has many sisters. She says she know that mental illness run in the family because she fear her sister and she used to make her fear her sister them and she used to make fun of them. You know, picnic stay already. You understand? Yeah, man, them know say one system of. That we know of. Because remember now, you know, I know same one says a boy, the father, the daddy ain't the daddy, but the daddy don't know. The daddy ain't the daddy, but the daddy don't know. I know me say so. I'm just repeating some of the rumors that I hear on the road. The daddy ain't the daddy, but the daddy don't know. Oh, it's me. I saw it go. Right. Shane and scandal in the family. Alright. So, comrades, man, him come look for you. Not him can't look for her. Him can't go look for her. I'm telling you something. Andrew, and you know, I started out because I wanted to encourage you. Remember, I started out congratulating all the PNP warriors on social media, on the ground, all over. Once you are a comrade and you are fighting for the party, big up yourself. Comrade, rather big up yourself. Once you're at it and you're fighting because we are doing well and we are showing them up. We have them on the back pedal. We have them basically in defense mode. We have them continuously calling out PNP for criticizing them. Imagine a government calling out the opposition for criticizing them. Where you say unfriendly, Mr. Bramwell did know all along. Lord gee. Me not say nothing. Me put up a picture with my father. The whole one knows that me can be jacket because I want to see how me favor my father. Hey. Me have one brother and me and my brother we look just like Dougie can't disown we. Dougie could never disown us. Because you see, this nose is doggy nose. Yeah, man, big up yourself, Rado. I wanted to just take the opportunity to build up, to big up every single PNP warrior. Whether you're a warrior on social media or you're a warrior on the ground. The communications is doing well. Me can't be jacket. Me a doggy. If you ever see how me look like doggy. If you ever say, oh, I look like a female version of my father. The only thing is my browner than him because my father dark. But my mother is very light skinned. So I kind of get a mix of the complexion. But me look, the eyes, the nose, the cheekbone, them, everything. If you don't know my dad, you don't know say I am his twin. Right? So nobody can say nothing to me about jacket. Right? And nobody can call my pitney them jacket either because all of them look like me. Whoa, I carve out all of my pitney them, so nobody can call them jacket. Whoa, he had an aunt who. Alright, so Natalie is saying she had an aunt who used to walk up and down Cumberland Road dressed like Joseph out of many colors. Blood seed. So did have a mad auntie. I see the handler for Comrade Darrington Ferguson on the platform. Good night. I don't know if it's him himself or if it's handler, but we need that Comrade Ferguson on the live. Okay, Comrade Ferguson needs to come into Counselor's Corner and have a conversation with us. So make we arrange that. Please to inform him, please. I don't know if it's KD, I don't know. But whoever is managing the page, please to let him know. Natalie, why you do your neighbor so? Lord God, why on stay so? Why on stay so? Make us see if Comrade Ferguson will come come say howdy. Unfriendly is saying that he knows the colorful Maduman. So it was Andrew. And listen, let me put this out in the atmosphere from now. Mental illness is nothing to make fun of. It's nothing to make fun of. But we just want to ensure that when we have leaders who are mentally ill, they need to be properly diagnosed. And too much mad people. Okay. Comrade Ferguson.
Good night, Kamla.
Big up yourself. Good night. Comrade, this is Comrade Darrington Ferguson from the Papine Division who sent such lady into retirement. In a big up Comrade Ferguson. Come down your radio, please. How are you?
Oh, I'm here.
You're there.
Just enjoying. A long day. Yes, I am.
Okay, you're just coming from off the work.
A long day, a little sun time.
Yes. Time to play with the baby. I hear the baby music.
I tell you.
I understand, but what we're gonna do is to arrange an interview with you because the music distracting. So another day we invite you so that you can come on to the platform and have a conversation with us.
Yes, I will be listening for another 20 minutes and then I will be putting him to bed.
Alright, so take care.
Alright, all the best, Kamla.
Yeah, alright, so you can't fault the man. I know say him noisy, but him putting him son, him have a toddler and he's putting his toddler to bed. You know, him have to use sometimes them use the app them and the whatever. Is the baby music. If you were listening closely, you would hear that it's some of them cartoon music. So we'll get him on another time when it is convenient, But that's my division, Just make sure you know that my division is Papine division. So we will have Comrade Darrington Ferguson in the Countless Corner in very short order because we want to hear from him. Him a star boy now because him send home such people. And Papine Market is his responsibility now, and a lot of you have interest. You've been asking me questions about it. Alright, so when come now, we have 91.1. We're trying to get up to the 100 now. Comrades. Let's get up to the 100 so we can go to our bed. So we can over the church. Make I put up back my information so Uno can remember to contribute to Sebastian's birthday fund. Right? I put it up back over there. It's already on YouTube. YouTube is seeing the information already. Alright. So, comrades, the labor rights are on the back. Them nervous. Me never see so much people complain. So many complaints. And their media hacks. Them people in media complaining about the opposition working. Remember, we name opposition. What is the literal definition of opposition? Opposition of the word oppose in it, but yet these people are complaining bitterly when we call them out, when we hold them accountable. So we're not supposed to hold them accountable. Then they prefer we when we did quiet. Yeah, them they prefer we when we're quiet. We're not supposed to say nothing. We're supposed to just agree with them, with everything them do. Ha! Paul Distant, one big, hey, remember me telling you how long me a blog? Well, Paul Distant was one of them labor right blogger them. Me see Paul Distant just followed the creator. Paul Distant, big labor right. What you doing over here? Me I tell them about the good old days. How long me know you now? Me know you at least 15 years now, Yeah, laugh. You wanna come peep? It's me run this shit over here. We don't understand that. This is my place. This is my territory. So no matter how I want to try, I want to can't get me out. And I've been trying for many, many years. Hey, no man, it's alright. Yeah, man, I tell you all the time, so them always, let me tell you something, labor rights are always watching me, no matter what platform. No matter what platform. I don't even have the time these days to manage all of my platforms effectively because of school. You understand? As you don't know. Because normally I'm active simultaneously on TikTok, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. But because of school, most of the time I'm only on TikTok because I really don't have. You want me to check my WhatsApp? Alright, my love, I will. I will check the WhatsApp. Your message come in? No, your message not come in. Your message not come in. I not see your message, Mr. Reliable. Send it, Glenn. I don't see anything from you. It probably soon come in. Good night, Comrade Ferguson. Looking forward to having you on. I'll call you and set up a time with you. Alright? Take care of the little man. Class is in session. But we're coming from a time. Let me give you a little history lesson till we get up to the 100. We're coming from a time when the PNP dominated Facebook. Right? When Facebook came around, the PNP put a lot of focus on it, and Comrade Sandria Faulkner, who was then the person in charge of information and communication, put a lot of work into setting up the PNP on Facebook. But part of the problem was that, thank you, Lioness, thank you. Part of the problem was that there wasn't follow through and there was a lot of division. Oh yes, we did. We did. There wasn't any follow through and there wasn't any, there was a lot of division. They started, a lot of divisive things started happening. A lot of, and it allowed the GLP to basically catch way up on Facebook. Twitter, we never paid attention to Twitter. Right? But as the new platform started to come, like over here, so we run things over here because we jump on this and master it early. Most of the comrades who create content over here have at least 20,000 followers. Me not think me see no labor rights blogger will reach 10,000 yet. Then probably just a catch 10,000. Me on my way to 100,000 followers. Me did 90. I'll call it 92,000 followers. Me there. So probably by the next 2 or so months, 100,000 followers. Me there. When I can't. When I'm not ready for this yet. My reach over here is everywhere. When I will learn. When I go and learn. We run the show over here, so just to make you know. Alright, so when I late to the game this time, keep Twitter. Keep Twitter. When I'm really interested in Twitter, to that. Andre, wagwan boss man. No man, me finish. Try remember say me I know me supposed to finish. Wagwan, you done pops, you finish already? Yeah, me need to watch your live. Me always watch your live the morning after. Me always watch your live the morning after. So tomorrow morning me watch what you have to say. What go on, bro? Me tired too. Me soon come off now, man. I just try to reach the 100,000. Unfriendly, yes. Oh, you had that's my godfather. You know. Do you know that? That is my godfather. You should ask him about me. My mother's best friend. You were talking about what were you talking about? He's a respected sports medicine specialist. Yeah, man, but Dr. Paul Wright is my bona fide godfather. And also my son's godfather because my mother insists him to be Sean D godfather too. Mad white Jamaican, what's up? Or the healthcare system, yeah, man, and he should know. He should know. He's been a doctor for over 50 years, so he should know. It pop right down. What go on, mad white Jamaican? Where is Ansi? Mad white Jamaican, please to tell me, where is Ansi? I am not seeing her, and I miss her content. Please tell her good night for me. And hi, I'm not seeing her. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, guys. Thank all of you. Thank you. Thank you so much for getting me to the 100K. I appreciate it. Remember the fund. Remember the fund for those of you who have not contributed as yet. You can CASHAPP me. You can ZELLE me. We're still collecting. Yeah, man. Missy Rado. We see Unfriendly. We reached the 100K. But if you have not contributed, please, if you have it, contribute. Every mickle make a muckle. If you have $1 to contribute, I will take it. If you have $10 to any amount, just contribute. We are on the drive for Sebastian's birthday. Alright? And me need any help because if me never need any help, I would not ask. Right? So comrades, we are at 10:33 your time, 11:33 my time. We're going to call it a night now. So it was a very good show. I hope you enjoyed. The baby dead? Oh God. She died? Oh no, I just played the voice note, you know, the baby died. I literally just played the voice note, the message. I can't believe it. Oh God. I see a message now, Mr. Reliable. I can't believe the baby died. You sure? I literally just played the message a while ago. Oh God.
Ventilator, you know, and when they told me that they, you know, she needs to be ventilated and that they're trying to get her transferred and because they don't have none there, it was really shocking to me. You get me? And it's really sad to know that there's no ventilator at the hospital. And that is the reason why I really wanted to reach out. They reached out to Bustamante and UE and Cornwall Regional and Mandeville. None of that is successful. You know, they don't have any ventilator.
You know how hard it is to be pregnant for 9 months.
None of that is successful.
and carry your baby come to this world, and something happened to your baby, and you do everything in your power to try and save your baby's life, and you cannot save your baby's life because of no fault of your own, but because you have a sociopathic health minister who has no remorse, who has no empathy, who is unable to sympathize with people. And the lady picnic dead. I have already illustrated to you that Christopher Tufton is a sociopath. And we have a sociopath as our Minister of Health and Wellness. If you can't appreciate the irony of this situation, I don't know what to say to you. In a ministry that is so, there are certain ministries, comrades, that you have to have people who care, people who are emotionally intelligent, people who have a deep understanding of the importance of putting people's lives first. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. It is heartless. It is my stress out. This stress me out. This breaks my heart. God have mercy. For me son now I tell me same and him way to me. I just want us to take a minute and pray for this mother who has lost her child. These are not premature babies. These are everyday people. This baby wasn't premature. To my understanding, she was about 10 months old and something happened. The other day we spoke, just yesterday we spoke about Lyndon, whose uncle also died because he was unable to get a ventilator, and yet you have this man, this sociopath, basically taunting us that he is not resigning because him cannot see where him do nothing wrong. The man is a sociopath. He has sociopathic tendencies. He has done everything to show Uno that him is a sociopath. And if you can't say that, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It is just sad. And my heart goes out to this young mother who has had to watch her baby die. I just pray for her sanity. Having had a friend who lost her newborn baby a few weeks ago and is really on the brink of it right now. Comrades and friends, pray for our country. We're in a bad place. Pray for our country. We need to have another prayer night where we pray for Jamaica, where we bring in Comrade Randine and Pastor Ricky and some of the other prayer warriors, and we take to New City and pray. This name Politics Church now, we can't leave the church out of it. We have to pray for the people. We have to pray for the country. We have to pray. Because this don't make no sense. Oh, that just put the news about the babies that just really. And for Flora Cubana, who was on the live earlier, who basically just gave us an information that she has been trying everything to get this baby out. All I can do is offer my condolences. That is all. Because God knows. They don't even know what to say. Imagine yourself as a mother that you carry your baby for 9 months. You have your baby, you have your baby, your pride and joy, and something like this happens. You cannot get a ventilator to save the life of your baby. Comrades, we have to fix our country. We have to fix it. We have to fix our country. Nobody else is gonna fix it. This government, them not gonna fix it. We have to fix it. Sad is an understatement. It really it really touched me on a very deep level. It touched me. Comrades, stand at attention for Jamaica Rise. Comrades, remember tomorrow I will be on with the Titans over on YouTube on a Thursday night. I'm by the Titans, and Comrade Rado Radcliffe is on the live right now. He will be live in my slot tomorrow. Alright, so just remember that if you're normally on TikTok, tune in same time 7:30 to Comrade Rado page. Comrade Rado, you change your page name. It was Comrade Rado Radcliffe before. It's Comrade Rado. Comrade, let me tell you what page name now. Oh, it's still Rado Radcliffe. Okay, Comrade Rado Radcliffe's page. All right, and catch me if you're on YouTube Posse. Catch me with Wayne Lonesome and the other Titans. All right, I'll be over there. Remember to contribute to Sebastian's fund. If you haven't contributed yet, please contribute. We're still trying everything to get him out. All right, we're trying everything. To get him out by Sunday or Monday the latest. So wanna work with me if you can. You don't worry about who Sebastian is. My people them know who Sebastian is, right? So we're trying to get him out in a as soon as possible. The issue is now the airfares at this time. You understand? So it's a little bit costly. So remember, the TikTok gifts are welcome if you have ZELLE, CASHAPP, whatever. You want to help? And then you go take it to the labor, right? Them go scandal Mr. Kamla on TikTok a big. Me know you know when I come in like it's like y'all are so what you call it now, predictable. Just know that Sebastian is in need of help and we are trying to help Sebastian. So if you can help, it matters not the reason, he just needs the help. Alright, Sebastian is my son. He needs the help. Alright, that's my last born child. He needs the help, so we're trying to get him out of Jamaica. So anybody who can help, please help. Okay, so I'm collecting for YouTube, for TikTok. All right, ask me that off of the ear. All right, comrades, so that is it. We'll talk another time. Take care of yourself. I'll be back. Will I be on Friday? I'm not sure. Friday I have a long way to go. I have commitment. I'm not sure about the timing, but by tomorrow I will let you know if I will be live on Friday. But just remember, tomorrow I will be over on YouTube on the Titans at 7 o'clock sharp. Take care of yourself. Big up on yourself.